The wait is over. The lights are on. Tonight, the grind meets glory. Every hit, every yard, every moment. It is earned, not given. This place becomes our house, our field. This is Wampus Cat territory.
This is Atoka Wampus Cat football on KHKC. Video stream brought to you by Steubenville Ford. Today's game is also brought to you by Ameristate, All Prissied Up, C-Mac Dirtwork, and Brown's Funeral Service.
Long pass down the field. It's caught. 20-10 touchdown.
The Atoka Wampus Cats are sponsored by D&H Wholesale Tires, your farmer's insurance agent, Lucinda Holland, Genesis Abstract, and First Bank. Atoka Athletics is also brought to you by Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma, Hatter Boys Wrecker Services, your shelter insurance agent, Logan Daniel, and The Barber Shop.
In the ace formation, and they're going to sweep this one out. Looks like it's going to be a running back pass. He's wide open. It is caught at the 25-yard line. 10-5 touchdown. Wampus.
Also sponsoring Wampus Cat Sports, Ritter Express Pharmacy, Shamrock Bank, Westside Dental, The RX Shop, and Custom Dental.
3rd down and 12 is what they've got on the board. And looking to go deep down the field, and it is caught! Wow! What a play by Malachi Brooks.
Peyton Pugh back to pass. He's looking deep for number 2, Prince Coleman.
Caught!
The pass is caught, and he is headed towards the end zone.
10, touchdown.
Now let's head to the field with the voices of your Atoka Wampus Cats, Kalen Nagorski and Michael Gabbard.
Welcome in for Atoka Wampus Cat football. The 2025 season is upon us here at Rick Gandy Field. We are live on location, getting ready for Friday Night Lights. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski. What an incredible day for football. 82 degrees, a little bit cloudy. There is some rain in the forecast. We'll see if that actually affects any of this game here tonight, but we are 33 minutes away from the kick of tonight's game and the start of the 2025 season, and it is a doozy this year. We have got brand new just about everything, Kalen. Brand new coach. We'll talk a little bit about Luke Ring coming up here in just a few minutes. A lot of new faces for the Atoka Wampus Cats, but the thing that they are bringing back this year, and I bet you'll never guess.
No, I have no idea. What is it?
They're bringing back the gold in the uniforms this year.
I'm loving it.
It's been maroon and black for several years. The gold has come out in the new uniforms tonight. They've got white jerseys, black helmets, maroon numbers, and gold trim around the outside, including the Wampus Cat on the front that's maroon and gold. I absolutely love it. I'm so excited, and it is the start of football season. Again, Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski on tonight's call for Atoka Wampus Cat football. Kalen, what are you the most excited about?
I'm most excited about some of our returning starters that still have some familiarity with me, at least. We've got Tegan Richardson, Malachi Brooks, to name a couple, but most importantly, we've got a brand new head coach who's eager to get this football season started, and as we are too.
Yes, very exciting times. 2 really good teams. We'll get into the pregame stuff coming up. We are going to hear from Coach Luke Ring, who, by the way, we had a very nice segment with him. It is about 22 minutes long, so go ahead and grab your drink, your food, whatever it is that you've got sitting on the couch, and enjoy our pregame show here tonight. We've got more coming your way here on, of course, KHKC 102.1 FM. We'll be right back. It is, again, Wampus Cat football live in Ringling, getting ready to take on the Blue Devils at Rick Gandy Field. Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard, with more dependability awards for trucks than any other brand. J.D. Power 2025. Visit jdpower.com/awards for more details. Chevy drives Texas. Together, let's drive. It is now time for your pregame coaches show as we have a chance to sit down and talk to the new head coach of your Atoka Wampus Cats, Luke Ring. Here's what he had to say in our pregame show. This is our very first show together, and I'm pretty excited, man. It's the first time I've done a coaches show with a new coach in several years, and getting someone in here with a great personality like I've noticed with you over the last couple of weeks or couple of months getting to know you. It's very exciting. But before we get into the X's and O's of this week's game, I want to talk a little bit about you and kind of your background, where you come from.
Yeah, so, I grew up small town, on a farm in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. Dad has been a longtime football coach, and so I've kind of grown up around it. From the time I could walk, I was, on the sidelines, and probably got more concussions not playing football as a young kid, getting ran over or different things on the sidelines than I ever did as a player. So it's always been part of my life, and a huge part of my life. And, it's something that I've always been passionate about. And, I just think you can teach a lot of life lessons in the game of football. So it's definitely been one of the biggest impacts on my life.
Pauls Valley, full of farms. I mean, did you ever have to work on any of those farms?
Well, we ran some cattle, and so I was, always either working cows or building fence, putting in water gaps, just different things like that. So.
Now, you just recently got married.
I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your wife.
Well, if the best decision I've ever made, and is definitely, asking her to marry me. So she's one of a kind, phenomenal, just a great coach, a great person, and definitely my better half. So,
you guys ever get into arguments about who's the better coach ever?
No, that's definitely her. There's
Definitely
nothing
her.
to argue about that.
Okay, well, there's nothing to compare there, I guess. And she coaches softball, and
Yes.
I've heard nothing but great things. I haven't had a chance to meet her yet, but I've heard nothing but just outstanding things about what she brings to the table as a coach. What is the household kind of like, having two coaches in the same house?
Oh, especially right now, being in the middle of the softball season, football season cranking up. It's busy. We don't see each other a lot. A lot of stress at night
Right.
when we are there, but it's good. It's nice that when she comes home and has had a stressful day, whatever that different things that a coach goes through, I can relate to what she's going through, and the same for me when I come home after dealing with whatever it might have been that day. So that's really nice to have someone that you can talk about everything that's happened during your day, and they not only listen but truly understand what you're talking about.
They always say that to be a coach, you have, especially as a man, you've got to have a wife or a partner in general that understands what it's like to be a coach. You're both coaches, so you both understand.
Absolutely.
So it kind of makes things work a little bit.
It does. No, she's, like I said, she's phenomenal. So
Yeah. Now, you go from Pauls Valley and you end up in Broken Bow.
yes. So yeah, when I was in college, my dad took the head job at Broken Bow, and I started helping him when I was a sophomore. I played my first year of college at Oklahoma Baptist, and then I transferred to OU after that just to be a student. And so I started helping him coach, and did that for 3 years, and we had some great times down there and had some really good teams. And then after that, for my last 2 years in college, I was a student coach at OU under Lincoln Riley.
For the hated Lincoln Riley in the state of Oklahoma,
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
It was eye-opening in a lot of ways. Of course, I'd been around it my whole life, but you know, when you're there, you realize how much time is truly spent on just football and just the preparation. And you know, like you'll have 100 and so odd kids on a team, players on a team, and what you don't realize is it's not just the coaches. It's when you consider all your full-time coaches, and then your graduate assistants and your student assistants, like I was, and then all of your training staff, your medical staff, equipment staff, strength staff. I mean, there's just as many staff members as there are players.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know, it was during the season, as you know, I was a full-time student, and it was 110 hour weeks every week, from the time fall camp started until the season was over. But no, it was such an awesome experience, because I grew up a big OU fan, and I remember the first game. We were playing Missouri State there in 2020, and it was in the first quarter during a timeout, and so I'm standing out there in the huddle, and Lincoln's talking to the offense, and I just kind of looked around, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm standing down here. This is just, it was a really awesome moment. So I learned a lot, and I learned kind of some of the intricacies, in especially in game planning, because one of my biggest jobs was tagging film. When you tag every game that opponent has, and there's 30 columns of data that you're tagging to break things down and come up with a game plan that you think best fits the kids and best fits what works against them. So that was invaluable, getting to learn those things and be around those guys at a high level.
Still an OU fan?
Yes.
Good. Michigan coming up this weekend. I'm going to be at the game this weekend. Pretty excited. It's only the second time that these two teams have met in their long, storied, career or, tenures. Who do you got?
I don't know. I'd always like to say that, when you're playing at home at OU, there's very few places that have a better home field advantage. But, it's going to be a challenge for them. Coach Arbuckle came in, and
I'm so excited about that hire.
You're going to get to see kind of his offense put on display. Of course, the defense is going to be great. But I think it'll be an awesome test. It'll be a really cool thing to see, how that progression takes place against a very quality opponent.
Did you get to go to a lot of OU games after you left being an assistant, or I guess a graduate coach?
I've been to a few. Being pretty far away from Norman and being in football season myself, it's tough to get up there. But I have several friends from college that go to the games, so every once in a while I'll get to go. But I don't know. I guess I've been to probably 4 or 5 games over the last 3 years. So
now, Coach Luke Ring, what does he do for fun when you're not on the football field?
Well, I love spending time with my wife whenever we can and go do anything. We like to go to the movies, We like to go eat popcorn and kind of relax, watch a movie. I love to hunt and fish. I don't get hardly any time to do it anymore. But,
right.
But, growing up, in the summer and spring, I was fishing pretty much every day, and of course during the winter I was in a deer stand every day. So I love those things. It's kind of my reprieve, away from the grind of it, to sit by yourself, clear your head, that type of thing. So definitely those things for sure.
Awesome. Well, let's get into a little bit of what's coming up. We've got Ringling coming up this week, and the Blue Devils, a great program. They've had tons of success over the years, been to several state championship games. They've won a few as well. They've got a really tough-nosed coach that direction, and comes from a long pedigree of coaches like yourself. But with the games coming up, this being your very first head coaching experience, I know a lot would probably say you're still wet behind the ears, right? But with all of that experience that you have in coaching over the course of your time in the industry itself, how much more prepared do you feel you are compared to maybe somebody else who's taking their first steps into coaching in their first year?
Yeah, I like to think that I am very well prepared, but I don't know that. However much you've studied it and been around it, I don't know that anything can truly prepare you for that moment, other than jumping into it and being in that moment. So I know there's going to be things that come up during that game that I'm going to have to make a split-second decision here or there, and it's going to be a learning experience for me as well as our players. So the only way that I know to go into it is to prepare and over-prepare and try to run through every scenario that I can think of in my head before time, so that it's not necessarily just a reaction decision. It's something that I've thought through and already have a plan in my head for it. So, I really don't know what to expect, I guess, exactly, because it was kind of like my first day being here as a head coach. I've been around football programs my whole life and saw how my dad did it and saw how several other head coaches did it. But until you're the one calling that shot in the moment, you really don't know how that's going to feel until it happens.
Right. Well, I know you've done your studying on Ringling so far. What do we see out of them that most intrigues you about what they're capable of doing?
They're very physical, and that's something that Ringling's always had is a group of very physical players, and they play really hard. So, they're going to try to line up and play smash mouth with you, and they've had a lot of success for a long time doing that. So, and just like I've told the kids this week, we're going to have to go into that game prepared to be in a fist fight, because that's what it's going to be for 4 quarters. And I'm very excited for the opportunity for our players to go out and experience that. And so I'm just really excited to see how they handle it and react.
Atoka, we're pretty young this year, especially at the quarterback position, but across the board, still pretty young. And you sit here and you look at the Blue Devils roster. See a lot of seniors, a lot of juniors on that roster. How much do you see experience being a key factor in Friday's game?
Well, I think experience and having played in several games over a few years, it's always a factor. And our guys are going to make mistakes. And I tell them every day, hey, you're going to make mistakes and you're going to make good plays. So good things are going to happen, bad things are going to happen, but the only thing that matters is playing the next snap. Don't ever let a mistake or a blown assignment turn into the next one and the next one after that being the same way. So, that's something that I think they've matured in just in a quick time over the last 2 weeks in scrimmages. Just figuring out that, the previous play doesn't matter anymore. And I've got to go play this play, and I've got to trust the guy next to me to do his job, because the only thing I can control is doing my job. So I think the guys are prepared to do that. But again, it's going to be a great challenge against a very quality opponent. So I'm excited to see them do that in live action.
I think the biggest benefit if you're Atoka right now is you have game film on what they do.
Right.
Offensively, defensively. They don't have that game film on us this year because it's a new offense, it's a new defense. So their expectations of what they may see could be a whole different spectrum.
Right. No, absolutely. That is kind of the one advantage of starting new is that, they don't know exactly what we're going to do. I mean, sure, they'll have ideas of it. And from our scrimmages and different things, but it's again that shock factor, if there is any shock factor for them, that goes away by about midway through the first quarter once they see what we're doing. So again, it's just going to come down to who can play consistently at a high level for 4 quarters, who can focus and execute their assignments, and who takes care of the ball and who tackles the best. I mean, that's just really what it's going to come down to.
Now, out of what we have seen from the Blue Devils, what can we expect from Rhett Roberts, their quarterback?
You know, he's a really good player, and seems to have a really good command of their offense and their huddle. So he's a great athlete and has the ability to make plays with his arms and his legs. So we're going to have to be very sound, very disciplined defensively to try to contain him.
What kind of defense are we running this year?
We're in a base 3-4, but we'll get in multiple fronts. Probably see some different fronts this week just because of what Ringling does. But we try to put our athletes in space and minimize space for the offense in doing so, and try to, you know, create pressures from different angles coming from different places at different times.
With that 3-man front, it gives you a lot of opportunities, especially with some of your speed guys, some of your defensive backs to wind up in several different sets. I mean, you can shift from a 3-3-8 to multiple different options defensively and give them different looks. How much do you feel like that's going to be an advantage, especially in this district where you know there's going to be a lot of teams that run the football?
Yeah, you know, I think, you know, with the 3-man front base, I mean, like you're saying, you can get into a lot of different looks, you know, so even though with Ringling as a team that's going to line up in a lot of double tight and a lot of double tight wing and 2 back sets, we can keep our same calls. Like we don't need to put in a new defense. We can make different stems or walk guys down into the box, and make it easier, at least for our kids, to get in looks that are more sound against their formations, as opposed to some other defenses where you have to kind of do more of a full overhaul, you know, from week to week.
Have we announced captains for the defense?
We haven't yet. That's actually something we'll vote on today.
Oh, okay. So that'll be game day.
That will be a game day thing. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure after we hear this on the broadcast, we'll tell you who the captains are. Offensively, what are we going to be looking at as far as what we run?
So we're in a no huddle spread. You know, that we'll try to use varying tempos. You know, the main thing that I always want is I want us lined up as quick as we can be after the previous play's over, because then the defense has to be lined up, you know. And so when you do that, you can dictate the tempo of the game. So we'll go up tempo, we'll slow it down, and switch it up that way. But we'll be in a spread, a lot of 10, some empty, some 11 personnel with an H-back type player. But the main thing is we want to get the ball to our guys in space, you know, and try to create as many one-on-ones as we can.
That no huddle, it's so dangerous. It can be, especially if you're a defense. It doesn't give you time to get set most of the time, especially when we're talking about high school kids. Mm-hmm. So you see a lot more timeouts being called early on in games to try to get set, especially if your offense is having success.
Right.
So that's always key, especially early on into games. When we talk about that spread, though, we're running a freshman quarterback, Ryan Barton. Tell me a little bit about him.
Yeah, so, you know, Ryan's a very talented young kid, and he's come a long way over the last few months. And I know it, and everyone else knows that, you know, with a freshman quarterback, there's going to be some growing pains. But he's really taken everything in stride, and he gets better every day, you know. So I have the utmost confidence in him to be able to lead the offense.
Malachi Brooks, how's he looking health-wise right now?
He's getting back healthy. So he finally got out of his cast, had his surgery, and I think he's pretty close to the point of being good to go. And you know, whenever we have him back, it will be a huge help because he's a very talented young man.
If there is one name we can expect to hear as the season continues, that is one person that you see will stand out the most out of names that maybe we haven't heard from last season, who do you think some names could possibly be?
One of them is going to be Chris Finley on our offense and defensive line. And in the same positions, Emmanuel Love, EJ, both of those guys have just really taken the next steps and become leaders on the team and really worked themselves into being, I think, really, really good football players. And there's several. We're going to see some freshmen, obviously in addition to Ryan on the field, Connor Ritchie and Case Horton and Gage Crenshaw. Cooper Norris is another one that you're going to see playing quite a bit. And there might be other ones that I'm not thinking of right now that are going to be contributors for us. So, yeah.
Coach, I appreciate you coming on to the pregame coaches show. And last thing, what's the one thing about Atoka since you've been here that you love the most?
The kids' effort. I came in and kind of changed, I guess, a lot of what they were used to, and they've taken it in stride and kind of really bought into what I'm trying to sell them. And so I'm very proud of their effort and their commitment.
This has been your pregame coaches show on KHKC 1021 FM. Game time coming up next. Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. Chevy makes affordable vehicles that help you enjoy life, like the Trax, Equinox, and Colorado. Enjoy endless possibilities and your new Chevy. Chevy drives Texas. Together, let's drive.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local Farmers agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021. Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
We are live here on KHKC 1021 FM for tonight's game. The Ringling Devils taking on the Atoka Wampus Cats at Rick Gandy Field. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski, and your pregame show today is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers as we are getting ready to find out who is going to win tonight's coin toss, who is going to come into this game with the ball first, obviously, which is I always find being the most important part of the game, the very beginning, obviously. But when we look at these two teams prior to getting into the game itself, is Ringling last year making it to the quarterfinals in Class A and losing in a huge shootout against Regent Prep and ended their season. But last year, 8-4 on the year. They were extremely good. They lose a lot of key pieces from last season, but they've still got a lot of talent this year, so it'll be interesting to see. And Atoka is basically just starting fresh, starting over, and that's kind of what Atoka is looking at. When you look at their season last year, it wasn't what you expected. 2-8 on the year, and now a new head coach. We all loved, by the way, Jacob Cup. He was an amazing person, and I thought a great coach. And now it's Luke Ring's turn to step in and, try to get this train back on track.
Yeah, we appreciate what Coach Cup did for not only for his players, but also for the school also. But moving forward, Coach Ring is here, and he has begun tuning his team to the direction as to where they would like to be heading this year, which is hopefully a spot in the playoffs is something that we're looking forward to. But nonetheless, it's week 1 football. We are here in Ringling, Oklahoma, and we are excited to get this thing kicked off as our captains from both sides are at midfield as the coin toss is currently taking place. We will decide who is going to receive and who is going to defer to the second half.
Last year, Atoka lost in a heartbreak 20-12 at Atoka. These two teams have played each other the last, 4 years now, and it has gone Ringling's way each time, and Luke Ring trying to change that course for the Atoka Wampus Cats as we get ready. We're 3 minutes before the start of today's game. We will take a quick commercial break, and who was receiving, they said?
Ringling is going to receive.
So Atoka will kick the ball. We've got more coming up. It is KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
There I was, driving through town when, bam, tire pops, keys lock themselves inside, and the truck slides halfway into a ditch. Lucky for me, I know a number, 364-4813, Hatter Boys Wrecker Service. They show up faster than a raccoon on a corn dog. Pull me out, fix my flat, pop the lock, and the price, life-saving. So when your ride goes kaplunk, call Hatter Boys at 364-4813, Hatter Boys Wrecker Service, turning roadside whoopsies into yeehaws.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Step into luxury. Step into all prissied up, downtown Atoka's beauty destination. Whether it's flawless extensions, a fresh cut, lashes that captivate, or makeup that turns every head, we bring out your best. Pamper yourself with pedicures, polish, and relax in our state-of-the-art stand-up tanning bed, or choose from many others for that perfect glow. Because beauty isn't just seen, it's felt. All prissied up, where elegance meets confidence.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Welcome back to KHKC 1021 FM. This is The Brand. I'm Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski alongside myself for the start of the 2025 football season for the Atoka Wampus Cats. They are taking on Ringling here. And again, we are at Rick Gandy Field. It is going to be an exciting matchup, I feel. These two teams have played each other extremely close. And Ringling is going to receive to start tonight's game. And Kalen, can you get any more excited than this?
No, it doesn't get any better than this. Week 1 football with beautiful weather outside. The weather is going to be a little bit of a factor this evening as there is some light rain that's moving through. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
82 degrees. Again, we've had a little bit of rain prior to the game. Right now it's clear, but there is expected rain throughout the rest of the night. So we'll see how that plays out, especially with the freshman at quarterback, as the Atoka Wampus Cats run the spread now versus the Power I from a season ago. And Atoka is going to be running their offense. And again, that's going to be Ryan Barton, the freshman for the Atoka Wampus Cats. So, but obviously, defense comes first. We'll see how this defense fares against a Ringling team that, again, lost a lot of talent from last year.
Yeah, I think with Atoka being able to start out on defense is going to get rid of some of these jitters as we get started here.
You'll have Wingo set to kick this one off. Timothy Wingo, the junior. And our season is about to start. Again, your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers, and it is a high and short kick caught at the 36-yard line, and some yardage up to the 50. A nice return on the short kick, and Ringling will get it to start in Atoka territory.
Yeah, real good starting field position for Ringling this evening.
So I think they're going to spot this at the 49.
Number 17, Connor Ritchie for Atoka. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line. First and 10.
And this will be the first play offensively for Ringling in this game. And again, your quarterback will be Rhett Roberts. You'll hear a lot of him. Zane Worley, Colt Lester being another name that you'll hear tonight offensively. And now we've got a nice little run, pickup of about 6.
Number 6,
call it 5. You'll hear Macario, I had a hard time pronouncing that. Macario Hernandez as well tonight.
There it is.
5-yard gain on the play, brings up 2nd and 5.
So it was a 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 10, 11:28 on the clock. Start of tonight's game and the start of the season. It is a quarterback keeper up the middle to about the 41-yard line.
2 quarterback keepers to start off on their offensive possessions. Interesting.
And again, that's the senior Rhett Roberts. It's his first season under the helm at quarterback here for Ringling and the Blue Devils.
Well, one thing I can remember watching Rhett last year, and he is an incredible football player, so he brings a lot of talent to that QB spot.
A lot of size, too. Checks in at 6'3" and 170 pounds. And we got flags on the field right at the 37-yard line. We'll see where this is going to come from.
Well, it looks to be a face mask, if I saw that correctly.
Our officiating crew tonight, Corey Green, Chris McDonald, Josh McGee, Travis Likely, and Daniel Howe. And they're going to call it a first down, and the penalty will go against the Wampus Cats. So move it forward. And again, this drive started at the 49. And now the Blue Devils just a few yards away from that red zone area as they spot the ball at the 23. This is the 4th play of the drive. Man in motion. Shotgun formation here for Roberts. Quarterback keeper looks right, cuts out to the outside, stiff arm one, gets past the first down markers and out of bounds towards the painted numbers of the 10-yard line.
And that's going to bring Ringling into scoring position here with a 1st and goal with 10:26 left to play here in the first quarter.
River Edwards will check out, and Blade Morris checks in for the Blue Devils.
Man, Rhett Roberts.
He's looked good so far.
A lot of rushing yards.
And it's a off-tackle run. Picks up some positive yardage. And that was Blade Morris, number 22.
Second and goal, Blue Devils.
Another handoff, Morris, and he is just absolutely stuck there at the line. And it looked like Love was the one who got in on the initial hit, caught at the line. And so now it's 3rd down and goal to go on the 1-yard line, and another quarterback keeper. And Rhett Roberts will make his way in for the first score of tonight's game, and that time on 7 plays and a 1-yard touchdown by the quarterback.
Boy, Ringling really showing up right here out of the gate, getting their running game established here early.
So Ringling will put up the first points on the board for tonight's game. They took a little over 3 minutes off the clock, and they're going to go for 2. Pitches this one out, and it is caught in the end zone for the 2-point play. And Lester is the one that received on the 2-point conversion, and our score is 8-0 with 9:46 still remaining here in the first quarter. We'll be right back on KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
Need your land cleared, leveled, or loaded up? Call CMAC Dirtwork Gravel Trucking and Land Management. They haul gravel, sand, filled dirt, fast and reliable, from dozer work to track hoeing and skid steer services. They've got the heavy equipment and know how to get the job done right. Call 239-2026 today. That's 239-2026. CMAC Dirtwork, digging in so you don't have to. CMAX is a proud sponsor of Atoka Wampus Cat Athletics.
Welcome back in. Our score is 8-0 with the Blue Devils on top, scoring on that last drive. Started at the 49, took 2 minutes and 54 seconds off the clock with 7 plays, and it ended with a 1-yard run by the quarterback Roberts to go up 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. And now Ringling is kicking it off to the Wampus Cat. It is high. It is caught at the 14-yard line. And now Atoka cutting up to about the 29-yard line. And what a stick that time by the defense or the special teams of Ringling. And Atoka will get the ball at the 29 to start. That was a big hit that time by Cooper Stewart. And so we'll see what this offense can do for the first time this season. Again, it's a spread offense. It's different from what we've seen last year. And it's been a while since we've seen the spread, dating all the way back to around 2017. And so it'll be interesting to see here with the freshman quarterback, Ryan Barton, who will take the snaps for the Atoka Wampus Cats. And we've got 2 wide receivers set off to the left, 1 to the right, 1 running back in the backfield, and 1 tight end set. And here's the snap, and it is on the ground and picked back up by the Atoka Wampus Cats. Luckily, McCall was able to drop on it, which, by the way, McCall is your running back here tonight. As we knew kind of going into the season, he's a very talented defensive player, obviously. He's played a lot of tight end and things of that nature, but he is getting the snaps at running back this season. They look for him to be the go-to.
Yeah, he's a very versatile player when it comes to this Wampus Cat team, being, you know, covering several positions, not only on defense but on offense as well.
So it is 2nd down and 12 after the loss of yardage, and McCall will take off up to the 40-yard line, to the 45, dragging defenders as he goes close to the 50-yard line. That is a huge run and a first down for the Atoka Wampus Cats.
Wade McCall picking up 15 yards on that carry.
You like to see that starting off with your first true play of the game outside of the snapped or the bobbled snap. And so now Atoka getting their first down of the season, 8:43 on the clock. And another shotgun here for Barton. Handoff, McCall up the middle, bounces off one. 2 defenders have to roll him over as the tackle will go to Eli Eubanks, but it is enough to pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Wade is going to be one of the major workhorses this season, along with Tegan Richardson. Tegan Richardson is a phenomenal football player as well. We look forward to seeing him getting some action.
Atoka's already taken a minute off the clock as it is 2nd down and 7. Barton under the shotgun once again, 2 wide receivers set right. They're going to pitch this one out to McCall, who breaks out to the painted numbers of the 40, past and down at about the 32. We might actually spot that at the 33 or the 36.
So both teams tonight getting their running game established early.
Well, we knew we would see this, especially with the spread. And what I do like about the spread is it allows your playmakers to get into space, and it opens up some of those lanes to the outside for your running backs as well. You can do a lot of things with your running backs in regards to the RPOs and what have you here. Barton looking to go down the middle, and this one is short, intended for the outstretched arms of Connor Ritchie, the freshman, also getting the start tonight. And that will bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Wampus Cats with 7:26 still go here in the first quarter.
You know, that's one thing I like to see is some of these younger players getting a chance on Friday night right out of the gate to kind of get comfortable with playing in a faster setting.
A lot of freshmen on this Wampus Cat squad who are going to see playing time as the game goes on. McCall run up the middle and for positive yardage as Atoka will be looking at a 3rd down and about 5 to pick up the first. This would be the 6th play of the drive for the Wampus Cats. They started with 9:54 on the clock. There's now 7 minutes on the clock. So they are doing a great job of killing time right now here with the running game. We've only seen 1 pass so far from Barton, and it was an incomplete pass to Connor Ritchie. Here's the shotgun, left side, 2 wide receivers, and now we've got flags on the field and a stoppage of the play.
False start, Atoka.
Not something that we would like to see this early is you know, the silly penalties, but you know, it's week 1 football. You're going to experience things like this.
You know, when you start talking about week 1 football, that first drive of the season, always scripted usually, you know, going in what your first 10 plays are going to be so you can find out what the defense is doing. And you typically know, but you're going to have a lot of those penalties, especially in that first quarter, whether it be Ringling, whether it be Atoka or whatnot. But Barton with it, pitch out, McCall stuffed in the backfield, that time taken down by Rhett Roberts, the quarterback, out there playing the outside edge.
Well, you know, Rhett Roberts for the Ringling Devils has some pretty decent size. Kid's 6'3", solid 170.
Yeah, big kid. 6 minutes on the clock right now here in the first quarter, and Atoka looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 14. You are in 4-down territory right now with the ball placed at the 41. Shotgun, and now we've got more flags. I think this one's going to be offsides on the Wampus Cats as well, and I believe that time the
False start.
committer, if you will, is Tegan Richardson.
The committer, eh?
The committer.
I like that.
That's what I'm calling it today. You know, I've never really ever been good with words. And they put a mic in front of my face, so I'm not really
Well, Coach
sure
Ring's
how that works.
Coach Ring's in a unique spot right now. You know, you're on the opponent's side of the field, but it's 4th and long. And it does appear that they are still going to go for it.
They're going to punt. And here is the punt, and it is high and goes out of bounds near the 20-yard line is where this is probably going to start. And so 5:17 on the clock, and Ringling will take back over on offense.
So Atoka's first offensive drive, not too bad. You know, they got some of their key players involved. Wade McCall with some big rushing yards up the middle. Our freshman quarterback, Ryan Barton, doing a fantastic job, standing strong in the pocket, trying to look downfield, find his receivers.
I think they're going to spot this ball at the, is it the 22-yard line or is that the 21?
It's going to be the 22, I believe.
Just shy of the 22-yard line, so that's what we'll call it. And there's 5:17 still remaining here in this first quarter of play. Roberts at quarterback, and bobbled snap, loses the football and falls on it for a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down and long here for the Blue Devils.
Loss on the play.
Atoka on their last possession, 7 plays, ended with a punt, unfortunately, and they were able to take 4 minutes and 37 seconds off of the clock. So, again, that's how Atoka kept it close last year, was running clock and keeping Ringling's offense off the field. It'll be an off tackle handoff, and Ringling will pick up a couple of positive yards. Might only picked up 2.
Wade McCall for Atoka.
Yeah, like you were saying, Mike, time of possession is going to be key in this football game, along with keeping the penalties to a minimum.
3rd down and long for the Blue Devils. And see what Rhett Roberts can do, and if this Atoka Wampus Cat offense can hold here on the second possession. And it's a quarterback keeper, space up the middle. We got flags in the backfield, so that's probably going to come back as Rhett Roberts was close to that first down marker. And I think Atoka is probably going to want to take the penalty here.
Okay, so it is going to be a holding call on Ringling. Matt is going to bring them back to their, let's see where the referees spot this.
Is that the 23, I believe, so it'd be back at the 13. I think they're going to actually spot that at the 12, so maybe that was at, it was at the 22.
The 22, yeah. So that penalty putting Ringling deep back in their own territory on a 3rd and very long.
And now do you try to go with the run again with Rhett Roberts? So you've had a lot of success offensively with them so far, but 3rd down and 18, and they're going to go back to the same play. Cuts upfield, misses by 2 tackles, and then brought down close to that first down marker by a couple of yards. And now it's 4th down and a decision to make if you're Ringling.
You know, I really think that Coach Coons would have to go for it here on 4th and short.
16-yard gain on the play brings up 4th and 2.
Now they brought their punting squad out, and Atoka is going to set back to receive the punt. Are they going to do it, though? It's 4th down and 2. Would not be surprised right now if Ringling decides to go for this.
No, not at all. You're correct.
So 4th down and 2 with 3:05 remaining in the first quarter, and the punt is up. It is short, and it goes out of bounds close to the 45. It will remain on the Blue Devils side of the field, and now Atoka set up with great field position on their next offensive possession.
Yeah, hopefully looking to get this offense started a little bit and answer Ringling's 8 points that they've been able to put on the board. With the current weather conditions that we have here this evening, we've got a steady 10 to 15 mile an hour breeze. There's some light rain, so the running game remains strong for both of these teams.
Ringling was able to take close to 3 minutes off of the clock. We've got conversation going on. I don't think they called the timeout, did they?
No, I don't believe so.
Second offensive possession here for the Wampus Cats. Their last ended in a punt off of 7 plays, but again, they did take 4 minutes and 37 seconds off the clock, and Wade McCall had some really good runs there in that drive. And now Barton caught in the backfield. He's taken down, and what a play that time by number 5, Quincy Newton, the junior defensive back, standing at 5'10", comes up and makes a big play in the backfield for the Blue Devils.
$12-yard loss on the play. Brings up 2nd and 22, Atoka.
Boy, Atoka really challenged here with the amount of yards they've got to achieve to get this first down, as we have a flag here on the play.
And I think they're going to call offsides on Atoka once again. And now this is what you don't want to see. You expect to see some hiccups early on, but this many offsides in as many possessions is something that you want to try to avoid.
Yeah, the amount of yardage that we're incurring on these penalties is really troubling.
You started off in Ringling territory at the 41, and now you've got it back in your own territory at the 44. So here is the 2nd down, and now a long 27 yards for first down. And Barton grabs it, ball's on the ground, and Barton takes off right side. He needs to just fall down on it. There are 5 Ringling defenders in the backfield, and now a 3rd down and even longer for the Atoka Wampus Cats.
Yep, this far in the Atoka Wampus Cat offense struggling to get that motor running.
1:45 still to go here in the first quarter. It's 3rd down, and what seems like forever for the Wampus Cats. Barton in the backfield here with a shotgun formation. Wade McCall in the backfield as well. They're going to hand off to McCall, and McCall is stuffed before he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that is going to bring up a 4th down and about 36 to go.
Number 12, Cooper Stewart for the Blue Devils.
Blue Devils
4th and 37.
having a lot of success right now defensively against a young offensive team in the Wampus Cats, taking full advantage, bringing lots of pressure here against the freshman quarterback.
Yeah, and right now there is a lopsided fight in the trenches up front.
And now we're set to punt, 4th down and 37, high snap, and the punt is up. It is short, takes a Atoka roll down to the 40-yard line, and that is where Ringling will start with 42 seconds remaining here in the first.
Well, spotted right at the 40-yard line. Blue Devils take over, 1st and 10.
So as Atoka comes back out on defense, looking to make a stop against the Ringling Blue Devils. Something desperately needed here early in this football game.
Man, it's tough. Again, you've got a young team right now. You can't get frustrated as a head coach here in your first game with a lot of kids that have not seen this level of talent in regards to some of the freshmen that are out on the field. Shotgun formation again here for Ringling is Rhett Roberts has had a great night running the football so far, but it's still just an 8-point game. And here is the handoff. Left side, cuts up to the 50. Passes 2 tackle, has a lot of space. And to the 20, to the 10, and out of bounds.
That was number 32, River Edwards, on the carry for the Ringling Blue Devils.
Brody Kinyard was in the area. Wasn't able to get to him at the 35 in a huge run, but again, penalty markers on the ground.
Welcome the back, Ringling.
And they're going to call, you say they called that on Ringling? They did.
Yes, it is coming back. So the penalty will take place 10 yards from the spot of the foul, giving Ringling a first down with the ball placed on the 30. No, I stand corrected. Ball placed on the 28-yard line.
So 31 seconds. There's a lot of confusion going on right now.
Ball spotted at the 27-yard line.
All right, yeah, they're going to spot it at the 27.
First and 10, Blue Devils.
They'll penalize from the spot of the foul. It was already a first down. So it will remain first down with 25 seconds. Rhett Roberts, your quarterback. And the defense comes off sides. Another penalty there, this time by the defense, and that was Keaton Rector that jumped off sides.
Yeah, Keaton's a little early on that snap. He's anxious to get in there and make some destruction.
Right now, and again, as a Wampus Cat, you have to be, you're not happy out there, but you can settle right now going into the first quarter knowing that it's 8-0, and Ringling's had their opportunities, and you've made at least a couple of stops. You got to make stops right here as Ringling is in Atoka territory with a shotgun. One wide receiver set left side of the field. Here's Roberts, quarterback keeper, cuts inside, picks up positive yardage, spins around, and is dragged down in the trenches by Michael Miller.
Tackled by number 4, Michael Miller for Atoka.
And that should be enough for a first down. And that is the first quarter coming to an end. When we come back, 12 minutes on the clock for quarter 2. It is, again, KHKC 102.1 FM, 8-0 in Ringling for Atoka Wampus Cat football.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Atoka Athletics.
Welcome back into tonight's game as we are at Rick Gandy Field in Ringling, Oklahoma. Our score is 8-0 with the Blue Devils on top of the Wampus Cats. And as we switch sides here for the second quarter, 12 minutes on the clock, and Ringling is in the red zone for the second time tonight. Rhett Roberts, your quarterback once again for the Blue Devils, will be in a shotgun formation. Man in motion. One wide receiver set right. Quarterback keeper flags on the field right now. He'll get into the end zone, but this one is coming back.
Illegal motion. Is that what you're seeing, Mike?
Illegal shift, Ringling.
That would be correct. And so time will still come off the clock. And I think they're going to fix that. And it'll be first down and 15. Ball will be placed back at the 20-yard line. And again, the Blue Devils in Atoka territory, so still in the red zone. And so far, offensively, we've seen a lot of Red Roberts in tonight's game. Running the football. Hasn't had to throw a whole lot. He's had a lot of success. And those big guys up front for the Blue Devils have done their job and pushed around this Atoka Wampus Cat defensive line. Stopped underneath. And it looked like number 55, Roper Rector, got in there and made the stop.
Yeah, he did. He stepped up right in the middle, just like a linebacker should.
Roper a little slow to get up, too, and he's not. It doesn't look like he's coming out of the game, but it looks like he took a little bit of a shot there after he made the initial stop. Quarterback keeper once again, and Rhett outside to the 10-yard line and is out of bounds. They're at those painted numbers on the right-hand side of the field, and that should be pretty close to a first down. As I believe they've got to get all the way down to the 4, and this one should be spotted just shy of the 5-yard line.
3rd and 1, Blue Devils.
So call it 3rd down and 1. Roberts once again outside, kicks it in. Defense trying to make the stop at the goal line. And unfortunately, another Ringling touchdown here for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, so something I think that's taken place here is that we've got a little bit of some inexperience here on the outside on the Atoka Wampus Cat defense. So that's just something that these kids are going to have to learn how to play through. Doing a tremendous job, but seeing some looks that they're not too familiar with just yet.
Tegan Richardson made the hit at the goal line, but unfortunately Rhett Roberts was able to get in for the Blue Devils, and now the score 14-0. And Ringling is rolling here at home right now with 11-17 still to go in the second quarter. What are you pointing at?
Well, I was noticing we've got a Ringling Blue Devil player that's slow to come off the field here.
Yeah, that looks like, is that number 65?
66.
That's 65, Guy Cox. And it looks like the Blue Devils are going to go for 2 once again in a crazy formation here for the 2-point play. Everybody spread out wide left. And now you've got an ISO situation on the right side with Hernandez. Brody Kinyard to the right side. Waiting for the play to come in, I guess. Right now, as we look at this game, the Blue Devils winning the match in the trenches, which we knew that would be a factor coming in regards to this game. Whoever could win that battle, especially, again, when you're looking at two quarterbacks that haven't started. Now, I say that with Rhett Roberts having a lot of experience from last season, not your starter, but had a lot of playing time in some games that Ringling was able to blow some teams out.
Yeah, Rhett Roberts, he's familiar with what's taking place. He might be new at that quarterback position, but one thing he's not new with is game time experience. He's a very talented young man.
Great legs too. He's run the ball well. He has followed his blockers. I feel like his vision has been great in this game so far, and Atoka has just not been able to get to the outside. If you if you look, a lot of his runs have gone to that right side. They've found some sort of weakness in the defense. They are exploiting it right now, and they've got a 14-point lead because of it.
Well, a notable mention, he's finding success. Brett Roberts is finding success on the right side of that defensive set for Atoka Wampus Cats. They've got a young player out there.
2-point conversion is good as they ran the same play from the last 2-point conversion, and now the score is 16-0. Ringling on top. We've got more coming your way. It is Texoma's best. KHKC 102.1 FM, the brand.
Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma has some exciting news. Opening this fall, the new location at 457 South Mississippi Avenue in Atoka will open. This large, modern health center will be able to provide comprehensive health care complete with an in-house discount pharmacy, serving all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Same-day appointments available, accepting insured and non-insured patients alike. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit the current location at 1556 South Virginia Avenue. Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. The right team making a difference.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Welcome back in as Ringling set to kick this one off. Drew Roberts set to kick, and Atoka set to receive. Here is the kick. It is high, and it is back into the end zone for a touchback. And Atoka will get the ball to start things off, trying to find some sort of momentum offensively as they trail by 16. And that last drive by Ringling was an impressive one by Brett Roberts. We've said his name a ton tonight, and he has given them a 16-0 lead. For Atoka, 2 straight punts on 2 offensive possessions. They've ran a lot of clock off, but right now you've got to find a way to put points on the board.
Yeah, Atoka looking to find some momentum on offense here in the second quarter, which I feel they're on the brink of success. So we will soon see.
Atoka will get the ball at the 20-yard line with 11:17 to go in the second quarter. This will be the first play of the drive. Wampus Cats set up in the shotgun once again. Ryan Barton, your quarterback. And it is a pass. And stuffed in the backfield. And the ball is free. Atoka picks it up. And I think they called it down. I think they gave forward motion with the hand. And so it will be a loss at the spot of contact. But again, a great defensive play. Ringling is just having their way right now with this Atoka offensive line. And again, you're going to see this with the freshman quarterback too, Kalen. You'll see this with the freshman quarterback when that pressure comes, not rolling out of that pocket or knowing to step in. And that time it kind of caught Ryan just a little bit as again, his sack on the play. Second down. They got second down and 10 on the board. I don't think that is correct, is it?
Timeout on the field.
And now we've got a quick timeout. Let's take a timeout as well as our score once again, 16-0 here in Ringling.
There I was, driving through town when, bam, tire pops, keys lock themselves inside, and the truck slides halfway into a ditch. Lucky for me, I know a number, 364-4813, Hatter Boys Wrecker Service. They show up faster than a raccoon on a corn dog. Pull me out, fix my flat, pop the luck, and the price, life-saving. So when your ride goes kaplunk, call Hatter Boys at 364-4813. Hatter Boys Wrecker Service, turning roadside whoopsies into yeehaws.
Need your lane cleared, leveled, or loaded up? Call C-Mac Dirtwork Gravel Trucking and Land Management. They haul gravel, sand, filled dirt, fast and reliable, from dozer work to track hoeing and skid steer services. They've got the heavy equipment and know how to get the job done right. Call 239-2026 today. That's 239-2026. C-Mac Dirtwork, digging in so you don't have to. C-Max is a proud sponsor of Atoka Wampus Cat Athletics.
Welcome back into Atoka Wampus Cat football on KHKC 1021 FM, the brand. We've got 10:57 still to go here in the second quarter, in Atoka trailing by 16 on the road. And the Wampus Cats with the football. It is a 5-receiver set for the Wampus Cats, and it is in jet sweep actually to the outside, and Atoka will pick up positive yardage for the first time in a few plays. And it's close to a first down.
Yeah, number 13, Malachi Brooks, getting the carry for the Wampus Cats there.
Ball started off at the 20-yard line on this drive with 11:17 on the clock, so not a lot of time burnt off right now. And Atoka is still looking for their first score of the night. Shotgun, once again, one running back set in the backfield. Handoff, McCall up the middle, picks up positive yardage. Not enough for the first down, but it is close, as Atoka will be looking at third down.
McCall doing a great job at that running back position.
Oh, they did give the first down.
And they will have enough for the first down.
I knew it was close. And Atoka able to pick up the first down, move the chains. And another opportunity right here is the offense getting positive yardage.
First and 10, Atoka.
Stick around for our halftime show as well in today's games. We'll give stats. And looking to pass. Ball is out. And Atoka falls down on it in the backfield. Thank goodness that time for Emmanuel Love. As the ball was on the ground, nobody saw it coming. And once again, pressure in the backfield there on Barton, who's having a hard time getting that ball across the line of scrimmage, throwing.
Yeah, Ryan Barton was looking downfield for his receivers, which were covered pretty darn well by Ringling, which led to the fumble.
Third down, 20 to go for the Wampus Cats. One running back in the backfield, shotgun formation. It's a bubble out to the outside, nowhere to go as he's met at the 25-yard line. And that time on the catch was Javen Keaton.
Javen Keaton, another familiar name for this Wampus Cat offense. Very good player.
A lot of playing time last year. Didn't see a lot of touches receiving-wise, but did make some big plays on the season, especially on the road in some of those big games with some long, deep balls, again, thrown by Peyton Pugh, who graduated last season. And a little different setup here offensively as you've got shotgun and left side, 3 wide receivers right. They're looking to go to the bubble once again, but the pass is high over the outstretched arms of the intended wide receiver, Colin Ritchie, and now it's a 4th down and 16 for the Wampus Cats with 9:05 on the clock.
4th and 16, Atoka.
Yeah, Atoka still struggling a little bit here on offense to get that momentum that they need to shift this into the next gear.
Both teams bringing out those special teams units as Atoka is going to punt right here with 9:05.
Atoka's punter, Timothy Wingo, another returning player from last year's roster.
There's the punt, and it is extremely short. Does not get back to the original line of scrimmage, and Wade will fall on it before it can bounce forward anymore to give Ringling a great setup offensively in regards to ball spottage here, with 8:56 to go in the second.
Yeah, Ringling's going to have a short field. Brett Roberts is going to have a very short field.
So first down and 10 as Atoka has now punted
On
all three of their possessions.
10, Blue Devils.
Ringling 2 for 3 in regards to their last 3 possessions. And they get it with great field position. Ball's at the 25-yard line. And a couple of yards on the game.
Eli Eubanks with the carry for Ringling. Talk about number 69, Emmanuel Love for Atoka. 2-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd down, 8, Blue Devils.
8:35.
So that was Rhett Roberts, again with the carry for the Blue Devils, picking up another 5 yards.
5-yard gain on the play.
Well, you know, Roberts has picked up a lot of rushing yards here in the first half.
Right.
7:57 here to play. As Roberts with the carry for the Blue Devils again.
Positive yardage.
The quarterback keeper for Ringling. Tackled by number 7, Wade McCall for Atoka.
Tanner Coons has done such a great job here with Ringling, especially last season. Again, this was a team, a lot of new faces, but went to the quarterfinals last season. And now another quarterback run. And here's the thing, Kalen, positive yardage. They basically have ran the same play over and over, just begging Atoka to make the stop. They've exploited something, and Atoka has not been able to do so far.
No, not just yet, and I think that they're going to make some halftime adjustments when it comes to some of the looks that they've been given here in the first half. One of their key players, we mentioned his name all night long, Rhett Roberts, with a lot of quarterback keepers. They've exposed a weakness in Atoka's, young secondary, looking to that right side.
7:20 on the clock. $22-0. After the touchdown. And it doesn't look like Ringling's planning on going for the extra point anytime soon. And everybody lined up left side of the field.
Yeah, I was trying to get a better idea of what the officiating crew was having a talk about.
Here's the snap. Rolling out right side, trying to run the same. They've ran the same 2 plays. The same play on the 2-point conversions, and, of course, the run with Rhett Roberts. And 22-0 is our score. 7:20 still to go in the first half. We'll be right back here on KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
The RX Shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Number 13, Malachi
Welcome back
Brooks.
into KHKC 102.1 FM. 22-0 here for the first game of the season. The Blue Devils on top at home as the Wampus Cats on the road in the first head coaching tenure for Luke Ring and his assistants. Clay Atwood, another coach, Cameron Stoking, and Cody Tramble. Jeff Waller out there, Chris Wingo, some familiar names out on the coaching staff. And the Blue Devils set to kick this one off, leading right now, again, 22-0 with 7:20 still to go. The ball has fallen. So they're going to reset. Perfect night for football. The rain we thought we were going to get hasn't come through the first 2 quarters of play. And now a high kick caught at the 10-yard line, cutting upfield, and a big gain up to the 35 before he is down. That is Connor Ritchie. You know, Luke Ring talked high about Connor Ritchie this season. Obviously, Connor Ritchie, a freshman coming into tonight's game, and a lot of potential there, he says. Could see him at some running back, could see him at wide receiver, might even see him at quarterback every once in a while.
Yeah, and it makes it easy for a coach to spot young talent. When you've got an individual that shows up to practice every day, that does what he's been coached, is eager, to get game time experience. So this young talent that we may have today could be, in the future, a big contender going forward.
You wait all season or all year long for the new season to start. Obviously, new head coach Luke Ring in his first game. We had a chance to talk to him down on the field also prior to tonight's game, and we had some encouraging words for him. Don't second guess yourself at all in these games, and so far he hasn't. The execution hasn't been there tonight, but again, a lot of that is from the front, the defensive front of the Blue Devils. They've been lights out. I mean, you look at the size down there, and you're seeing about a 20, 30-pound difference across the board. Shotgun once again, and pump fakes, runs right side of the field, may have picked up a yard, might have actually lost one from this spot. And it'll bring up second down regardless for the Wampus Cats.
Eli Eubanks for Ringling.
Yeah, you give credit to our young quarterback, Brian Barton. He's doing a phenomenal job staying put in the pocket, following his key reads. He's having some success regardless.
As he just took off.
Hey, he knew to pull it down, and it was time to go.
Shotgun once again. Hand off McCall, and again, that defensive line just stifling as there's just nowhere to go. And it's going to bring up third down. Talking to the officials here from Ringling prior to the game, they talked about the youth of this team and the talent that they still possessed. And they said that the talent, even because it's young right now, that they've got a good chance this season to do some special things. So right now, again, they've got a 22-point lead against the Wampus Cats, and the half's not even over yet. Shotgun, 2 wide receivers set left, looking to pass is Barton. Rolls out right side, defense coming, can't break free, and another sack there for the young quarterback.
Number 32, River Edwards for Ringling.
Edwards was on the tackle, and that time Barton just ran right into the defense.
Barton a little bit slow to get up after that last play.
If Barton's not good to go, we may see Ritchie come in at quarterback.
Now, they brought Barton off the field to give him a short breather.
Well, it's 4th down and 15 regardless, so you're going to see the punt squad, the special teams unit, come out to the field.
Number 11, Nash Lester, back deep to receive for the Blue Devils. Flag on the play.
Now we've got flags on the field.
False start, Atoka.
Yeah, this could be a much different offense when we see Malachi Brooks back out there. Tons of success last season and showed breakout, playmaking abilities last year. Hoping to see that again this year as he's trying to come back from injury right now. Punt formation, 4th down and 19. Here is the snap, and the punt is blocked at the line of scrimmage. Ringling will fall down on it close to the 28-yard line. And so great field position once again here for Ringling with 5:14 remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, it appeared that the punt was a little bit low, which gave the Blue Devils the ability to get some hands on it.
College football tomorrow night. Big game, if you're a Sooners fan anyway. Oklahoma, Michigan. Kalen, what do you think about that game?
I think it's going to be a battle. Michigan coming to Norman. College game day is going to be present. There's going to be a lot of big things taking place tomorrow.
College game day without your special someone.
Yeah, we enjoyed watching Lee for years. He was, a huge part of that television program.
When you see college football, you think Lee Corso. He was the face of college football. Get more on that coming up here in just a bit. And it is a sweep out right side, big space, yardage down to about the 12-yard line, and a nice pickup there for Ringling on the running back. Who was that?
That was number 23, Eli Eubanks, with the carry.
Okay. We're kind of in a weird position here in the booth because once it gets to about the 15-yard line, you really, on that side of the field, you really can't see anything.
First and goal, Ringling.
So it is 1st down and goal for the Blue Devils, and now flags on the field. Kind of in this game, too. Last year's Michigan defense really came on late into the season, and I do feel like this game tomorrow night will be won in the trenches. Whoever can run the ball successfully, kill time, I think which is hard to believe considering Arbuckle's offense isn't predicated necessarily on running the football, but, Michigan's true freshman quarterback, outstanding. If you didn't get to see him last week, he looks far above any freshman quarterback that you'll see in college football this season. Shotgun. And now a run up the middle space, brought down after positive yardage. And I believe he got down all the way to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, there were so many great games on to start out the college football season. I didn't even get a chance to watch OU nor Michigan.
What's crazy about it is the games were so great last week that there's so many good games this week, and they're saying this is one of the worst weeks in college football.
No, I've got to disagree with that.
Number 51, Lucas Johnson for Atoka.
I think Oklahoma will surprise a lot of teams this year, and I think Michigan will do the same. I think Michigan's a team that could really run the table there in the Big Ten. I don't think they'll beat Ohio State or Penn State, but they could be one of the top 3 teams in that conference. Shotgun. Roberts up the middle, in for the score.
Another quarterback keeper.
That time he went away from the right side and went off tackle, left. 6 points on the board.
Running to the weak side of the field that time.
Ringling is now setting up for the 2-point conversion attempt.
I may have a better view watching it here off the laptop than I can see around this corner, Mike.
That's what I'm doing now. Watching as I can from the laptop, even though it's a small screen. There's that swinging gay once again, and run left side. Defense there to stop them shy of the goal line, and 28-0 is our score as we come back with 3:39 remaining in the first half of play. This is, again, KHKC 1021 FM, The Brand, live from Ringling.
Amir State Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At Amir State Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at ameristatebank.com. Amir State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Atoka Athletics.
Kaylin, if you had one opportunity.
Have you seen?
Welcome back. KHKC 1021 FM. Have I seen what?
We apologize. We were in mid-conversation.
I don't apologize. Never. Here's the kick by Ringling. 28-0 is the score with 3:39 remaining in the first half. And Atoka gets a big yardage up to about the 40-yard line. And I think they're going to spot that at the 42. And we've got some chatter down on the field. That time the return. Is that Malachi Brooks?
That was Malachi Brooks.
I didn't think he was going to play tonight anymore. I knew they would give him a few snaps, but I didn't think that they were going to put him on the return.
So inform some of us that may not know exactly what's going on. You said Malachi is battling an injury?
He had foot surgery. I believe it was a foot surgery during maybe the basketball season last year, and just slow recovery from that. But they said he was pretty close to 100%. And I didn't think it would be a game-time decision, but he's out there. Shotgun formation here for the Wampus Cats. And looking to pass, rolling out, looking to go deep. The throw is nowhere close to the intended receiver, and it is intercepted that time by Corey Sparks, the junior defensive back. And Ringling with the turnover and the ball with a 28-point lead and 3:26 remaining in the first half. And I'm telling you, this crowd is going wild in Ringling right now, including head coach Tanner Coons.
Yeah, quarterback Ryan Barton was looking downfield for Javen Keaton. He went ahead and decided to let it fly, hoping that Keaton would turn around and come back to the ball, and it was just too far out. So that interception is going to give Ringling a first down here on the 26-yard line.
All right, big shout out to our video sponsor, Studeville Ford in Atoka.
Yeah, what a phenomenal group of sponsors that we have this season. We appreciate them coming on board and supporting, Atoka Athletics.
It really is. I mean, a lot of great sponsors, a lot of new sponsors this season, and a lot of excited folks in the Atoka area to see the first season under the head coach Luke Ring. And it's not necessarily going the way you want it to here in the first half, but you still have a whole another half of football to play, including the 3:26 on the clock right now. Ball spotted at the 25. Handoff up the middle to the running back, and positive yardage gained by the Blue Devils. And a second down. Gave it to number 50, Leland Johnson.
4-yard gain on the play brings up second and 6.
Was that Leland Johnson? Was that 23? Sorry, Eli Banks. Rolling out. And it's short on the pass. It was intended that time for Cooper Stewart.
Malachi Brooks in the backfield to disrupt that.
Malachi may have been out there the entire game. I just didn't see him.
3rd and 6, Blue Devils.
So Ringling looking to capitalize on the interception. Here's they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 6. 3:01 left to play here in the second quarter.
One wide receiver set off right near the 30-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Ball comes out, and a Wampus Cat falls on it. Did he come down with it completely? And they did. Speaking of Malachi Brooks, and Atoka will get the football back. Basketball. Atoka will get the football back near the 40-yard line.
So that right there very well may be the thing that Atoka needs to get their offense churning.
Gives your defense a little bit more confidence, too, as, you know, Ringling, they have only punted once in their last 4 possessions. So now Atoka set up with a 1st down and 10 with the ball at the 43. Handoff up the middle and caught in the backfield for a loss on the play. They may give it back to the line of scrimmage, but I doubt it. Yeah, they give them a loss of 1, and so it'll bring up 2nd down and 11.
1-yard loss on the play. 2nd and 11, Atoka.
Defense has played lights out for Ringling so far.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the size comparison between Atoka and Ringling there on the line of scrimmage.
Atoka has had great field position in several opportunities and not yet has made their way into the red zone. Nice run that time by McCall, and that's close to the 1st down. Did they give it to him? And they're going to spot it, I think, just a little bit short. Bring up 3rd down.
10-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd and 1, Atoka.
They're going to say 3rd and 1, but it is 3rd in inches, as Atoka not far to go for that 1st down with 1:48 still to go here in the first half. Needing something positive, and it looks like we've got a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. It is KHKC 102.1 FM, the brand. We'll be right back. Our score in Ringling, 28-0.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
Downtown Atoka just got a little bit cooler. Welcome to the barber shop. We're talking crisp fades, sharp cuts, and hot towel shaves that just hit different. Need a break? Grab a seat and enjoy a complimentary beverage while you relax. For men, for women, for anyone who wants to look fresh, this is your spot. The barber shop, downtown Atoka. Now that's cuts served neat.
3rd down and 1 for the Atoka Wampus Cats. 1:41 still remaining. First half, 28-0. And the Wampus Cats trying to get a 1st down here out of the shotgun. Barton. Maybe trying to draw Ringling off sides. McCall in the backfield. You would think this is going to go to McCall. Right there, it does. Right side, stopped in the backfield. Huge defensive play there by the Blue Devils, and now it's 4th down for the Wampus Cats.
Number 12, Cooper Stewart for Ringling getting the stop there on Wade McCall.
3-yard loss on the play brings up 4th and 4, Atoka.
So now you got a decision to make here, and it looks like the Wampus Cats are going to go for it on 4th down and 4 with just a little over a minute remaining here in the first half. And they are shotgun, hurry up. Barton looks to throw over the intended arms of number 8, Case Horton. And that is a turnover. Ringling will get the football back with 55 seconds. Why do I keep trying to say basketball?
I'm not sure because we're excited to play football.
I'm excited about football. Not thump thump, as Dusty Newberry calls it. He messaged me today and said, hey, Mike, is there any companies in the Oklahoma area, especially in the Metroplex, that maybe wanting to do some want me as a sports broadcaster? And I said, yeah, let me contact one of the guys. And he says, for football, not for that thump thump.
Dusty Newberry, he's a character. Gotta love that guy.
Yeah, good dude. So we've got 1st down and 10. And they're going to nail this one down and burn clock to send us in to halftime. So we're going to go into the half 32-0, or I'm sorry, 28-0 with 32 seconds right now. And our halftime show is brought to you by Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland. And we'll talk about the first half stats, or at least what stats we have. And
we've got a pile of them, let me tell you.
Oh, man. And we'll talk about what Atoka probably needs to do here in the second half to get things rolling. More coming up here on KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand. We'll be back in just a minute. It is halftime in Ringling. Our score 28-0.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance Agent Lucinda Holland can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling Agent Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3744 to find out how she can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Lucinda Holland.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
Amir State Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At Amir State Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at ameristatebank.com. Amir State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Downtown Atoka just got a little bit cooler. Welcome to the barber shop. We're talking crisp fades, sharp cuts, and hot towel shaves that just hit different. Need a break? Grab a seat and enjoy a complimentary beverage while you relax. For men, for women, for anyone who wants to look fresh, this is your spot. The Barber Shop, downtown Atoka. Now that's cuts served neat.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big, and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible. And we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
My name is Judy Wheeler. I had a tooth pulled, and I didn't realize how valuable that tooth was till I couldn't chew on that side anymore. And Dr. Holcomb pulled that tooth for me, and then a short time later, I came back to work with the lady on the financing. There was no stress, there was no pressure, there was no anything. It's just, this is what's available, and y'all can work it out the way that works for you. And we were able to work out a plan that everything just went like clockwork. Now I can chew again on that side.
There I am, late for dinner, hair's frizzing, when my car decided it's auditioning for Fast and the Not So Furious. But then I dial 364-4813 for Hatter Boys Wrecker Service. Rescue squad arrives, big smiles, and prices that don't require a credit card meltdown. They handle lockouts, flat tires, pullouts, you name it. Basically roadside superheroes minus the capes. So if your car's acting dramatic, call 364-4813, Hatter Boys Wrecker Service. They can't fix my hair, but they make towing my vehicle way less dramatic.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Well, we are about an hour and 15 minutes into tonight's game. It is halftime in Ringling, Oklahoma, again at Rick Gandy Field, and the Blue Devils on top once again 28-0. And let's start with the beginning of the game. Ringling came out, ball spotted at the 49. They were able to take 2 minutes and 54 seconds off the clock with only 6 plays. And a 1-yard run there by Roberts to go up 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. Atoka punted after running 4 minutes and 37 seconds, and I'll get to why that's important here in just a minute. With a punt, remained 8-0 at that time. Ringling was then able to go out. Atoka made a stop, 4 plays, 3 and out, to keep the game close. Again, another punt. Atoka was able to take off 4 minutes off of the clock. But since then, Ringling scores on each of their drives outside of the last one to end the half. And with that, it is 28-0. Atoka kept the ball game close when they were able to run the ball, move the chains a little bit, and take clock off of the game clock itself. Weren't able to do that in the second quarter, and now we see a difference in that score of 28-0.
Yeah, and Atoka's having a little bit of a struggle containing Ringling's quarterback, Rhett Roberts. Rhett is out there running around like a wild man right now at that quarterback position. Several quarterback keepers for the Ringling Devils. One thing that I would like to mention is that I think that I really feel that if we could make some changes on the front line with some of our blocking schemes, I think that this would change the ball game in a hurry. How do you feel about that, Mike?
We'll get into that actually in just a second, because I do want to talk about that offensive line for the Atoka Wampus Cats. Our halftime show is brought to you by Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland. Lucinda Holland is a farmer's agent serving our community. She's always just a phone call away at 580-889-3347. And when we talk about that offensive line here tonight, they've really been pushed around here by the front of Ringling. Tons of size there. And again, some of these guys on the Blue Devils defense seeing the first action really in their career, but reloaded there on the defensive line. And again, Coach Coons has always done a great job with the defense here of Ringling over the last couple of seasons since taking over for his father. And it shows here tonight that he has got this team completely prepared for tonight's game. And they have taken advantage of that freshman quarterback, and they've really brought the pressure and put a lot of pressure there on that offensive line.
Yeah, Ryan Barton is doing his absolute best and doing a phenomenal job, to say the least, of standing tall in that quarterback spot as a young freshman. But there's several other young teammates that we have this year that are just now getting, some of this Friday night game time experience with some looks that they haven't really experienced yet. So, we may be experiencing, some inexperience, but that leads to success in building upon the great team that Coach Ring has put together this season for the Wampus Cats.
Yeah, we're going to go over some scores going on around the Texoma area as Antlers lost big last week, 42-7. They're playing Colgate tonight, also on our network. And right now, Antlers on top of Colgate, 10-6 around the halftime area. Davis and Pauls Valley taking on one another here tonight as the number 2 team in Class 2A2, up 14-0 against Pauls Valley, who is also in our district. We'll talk about Pauls Valley here in just a short bit. Some other scores across Oklahoma right now. Hugo and Valiant, they are tied at 6, at least from what I see here on Squirtle. And then Hartshorn and Morris, they haven't updated their scores just yet. I can't wait to see what that is. Vian, the number 1 team, which we'll see later on in this season, they are playing Eufaula, who, by the way, Eufaula used to run the district that Atoka was in. Vian's come in, and they are absolutely just dominating in the first half, 28-0 against Eufaula. Another game to look at, Henrietta and Okima, that's 20-8 at the half.
Yeah, Vian holding that number 1 spot strong right now in District 2A. 2A2?
2A2.
2A2.
2A2. And we are actually a 2A24 district. Henrietta, Valiant, Wilburton, Antlers, Atoka, Morris, Spiro, Vian. We got to see a few of those teams. We knew Vian coming into this year was going to be extremely talented. They were the number 1 team last season for much of the year and fell in the playoffs. But Spiro, another team that kind of surprised us last year. We didn't think they were going to have a lot of talent. Did pretty well in the district itself. And Henrietta losing some of their top players from a season ago, but it looked like they're reloaded once again. Valiant, another team you got to watch out for this year. I mean, so there's a lot of talent in District 2A to 4 that we're going to have to see later on right now, but you can't even worry about that right now. You got Ringling out in front of you. You're down 28-0. It's the first game of the season. A lot of kids here on this Atoka Wampus Cat squad seeing action for the first time at the high school level. We talked about the seniors that Atoka has out there starting. A lot of seniors out on the field for the Atoka Wampus Cats there in that first half.
Yeah, notable mention, Wade McCall there at the running back spot, holding that running back spot, doing a phenomenal job there on offense as well on defense. Who else we had? And Tegan Richardson, a senior, also playing tonight, doing a phenomenal job. And Case Shores, another senior.
We've seen Connor Ritchie out there making a couple of plays as a freshman, and there for a second we thought he might actually come in when Ryan Barton went down. But again, talking to Luke Ring in the coaches show, he even stated we're going to see a lot of freshman mistakes from a lot of different players. We're not just talking about Barton itself, but just a lot of freshman players. It's to be expected, especially in the first game. Well, the one thing I will say went well from the first couple of drives for the Atoka Wampus Cats, that they cleaned up those penalties there in the second quarter.
Yeah, and that's a huge win. And cleaning up, yards lost on penalties is a major deal. I mean, that can be a make or break, for a football game. So, yeah, some positivity going on there by cleaning up the simple mistakes. I know right now the guys are making some halftime adjustments and looking to turn this ball game around a little bit. Hey, we've still got a whole second half to play yet.
Yes, we do. Still have a whole second half. We will take a quick commercial break. Again, our score right now at half, 28-0, and Ringling on top at home with Atoka on the road. We'll be back. This is KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Find the award-winning service you need with Logan Daniel in Atoka.
Step into luxury. Step into all prissied up, downtown Atoka's beauty destination. Whether it's flawless extensions, a fresh cut, lashes that captivate, or makeup that turns every head, we bring out your best. Pamper yourself with pedicures, polish, and relax in our state-of-the-art stand-up tanning bed. Or choose from many others for that perfect glow. Because beauty isn't just seen, it's felt. All prissied up, where elegance meets confidence.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
Ameris State Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At Ameris State Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at ameristatebank.com. Ameris State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand, live here in Ringling, Oklahoma. Rick Gandy Field. You don't know anything about Rick Gandy, by the way. The field named after the legendary head coach here for the Blue Devils for several years. Tons of success, championships, district championships, state titles, all types of things, and honored him by naming the field after him years ago, and it really is, especially for Class A, a beautiful field, and so much talent comes out of this area.
Yeah, and Ringlinger is a very hospitable group of people, and we're very appreciative of them letting us come and call this ball game this evening.
Absolutely. I always love coming here. We've been able to do some games for them through our sister station over the years, KICM out of Ardmore, which, by the way, Ardmore playing Ada tonight. Wondering how that scores go as I get an update from Cedric calling the game tonight. Kingston also playing tonight. We'll have some updated scores on that. But right now, Atoka trails 28 to nothing, and I'm not talking about the golf course either. It is right now Ringling's game to lose as they've got a massive lead to start.
Yeah, one thing that I think was discussed at some halftime changes on Atoka's part was getting the stop on Rhett Roberts. Rhett Roberts, the senior quarterback for Ringling, has had tremendous success on the ground here in the first half. And I wouldn't be surprised if the kids pushing 100 yards rushing by the end of this football game.
Taking a look at some scores across 5A, actually. Pateau is over McAllister right now, 15-0. And also a really close one, the number 4 ranked team out of 5A, Broken Bow, which is Luke Ring's old stomping grounds, up on top of Durant, 13-7 at the current moment. And I'm trying to find that Ardmore game. They are in 4A, so let me check that real quick. And Ardmore right now, it's a pretty close game, 27-13. Ada checking in as the number 3 ranked team in Class 4. They're really good. Wade Bull's a good buddy of mine. Great coach, has got that team really just pumping right now. A lot of success last year, and they have a lot of players back. His son is an outstanding football player as well, and they've got the lead against Ardmore right now. Our sister station's broadcast 27-13. As we take a look over at Kingston, actually Davis right now on top of Pauls Valley, 14-0 at the half. Sulphur and Washington, I knew this was going to be a really good game.
Look at that battle.
This also on our Ion Sports Network as well. If you want to take a look at that one, it is tied at 7. The number 1 team, Washington, and number 2, Sulphur. That's a huge matchup in Week 1 football.
Yeah, it is.
Taking a look at a couple other games, as Salina just absolutely dominated Locust Grove there on Thursday night, 48-6. Lindsay right now on top of Purcell, 14-0. Vian again up on top of Eufaula, 28-0. And I am still trying to find that Kingston game. Where is it?
It's hiding in there somewhere.
Let me see here. There it is. Fairview, wow. Number 4 ranked team in Class 2A1. Kingston right now trailing at the half to the number 6 ranked team, Fairview, 20-7. Jory House, I'm sure, is having a conniption fit there for the Kingston crew. We talked to him prior to the game, and they were very, very excited. So we'll see how Kingston does. Great coaching staff over there for the Kingston Redskins as well. And right now, Atoka, again, trailing 28-0. We're about to start the second half. We'll take a quick commercial break one more time. When we come back, it'll be football time in Ringling, Oklahoma. It is KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Third quarter coming to play here in Ringling, Oklahoma. KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand. Michael Gabbard, Caitlin Nagorski on tonight's call as we move into the second half of the first game of the season for your Atoka Wampus Cats. And right now, Atoka trailing 28-0 before we get this second half started up. Caitlin, so far, Atoka offensively struggled. Defensively, I felt like they did really good there in the first half. Offensively, they cleaned up penalties. What do you see? What does Atoka need to do coming into the second half to clean this game up?
Well, first off, they got to stop the run on Rhett Roberts. Everyone watching tonight has seen the tremendous job that he's done for the Ringling Devils. I think digging a little bit deeper and down in the trenches on our offensive and defensive line is something that we could we could kind of toughen up on a little bit. But, you know, we still have a whole second half of football to play, and we're looking forward to it.
Again, your halftime show here today is brought to you by Farmers agent Lucinda Holland. If you're looking for an insurance agent who can help you understand your options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3347. Atoka kicked off to start the game. They'll receive in the second half. Something good that you want to see.
Looking to change that momentum, put 7 on the board.
And again, we've got college football going on tomorrow. I'll actually be at the OU Michigan game tomorrow. I'm pretty excited.
That's going to be
that.
exciting.
It's going to be I think a very good battle. I'm telling you, man. I know you're a Nebraska Cornhuskers fan, which, by the way, I've been pretty spot on about Nebraska so far, at least what I've told you at the beginning of the season before it started. And Nebraska's looking pretty good right now.
Not too bad, not too bad. They say that you know, the history of Matt Rule and, you know, his previous tenures and
year two.
Yeah, they say that year 2 and the year 3 jump is where things start to happen, and that's what we're anxiously awaiting. And what we got to see a little bit against Cincinnati there in Kansas City.
I said Nebraska will be one of those surprise teams in the Big Ten this season. Do I think they're going to be the top team? No. After watching Ohio State, that defense is just incredible.
Yeah.
And hard to see Raiola really work against that, but he has got a lot of talent. He's going to be one of those guys you're going to be watching for the next couple of years and just saying, wow.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to seeing some Big Ten action.
So college football taking place tomorrow night. We had college football on Thursday night, the Savage Storm. I was at that game, and they win 44-13, an absolute domination against Arkansas Monticello and the Boll Weevils. Does anybody know what a Boll Weevil is?
No.
That's your trivia question.
I don't, but if you do, put that in the comments on our YouTube channel.
All right, that is your trivia question of the day. What is a boll weevil?
Can't even spell boll weevil. Me, not you.
I don't know.
I'm not that smart.
I don't know how to spell it either. B-O-L-L.
To receive for Atoka, number 13, Malachi Brooks.
It is definitely not something I want to be named after. All right, 12 minutes on the clock. Third quarter of action. Atoka set to receive here in the second half. Your video presentation is brought to you by Studeville Ford in Atoka. And the ball is short up to the 30. Takes a friendly Atoka bounce and will be spotted about the 31-yard line as time on the reception. Malachi Brooks and Atoka's offense working their way back onto the field for the first time here in this second half.
Well, you know, I'm eager to see if Coach Ring will change up his offensive play calling just a little bit and start passing the ball a little bit more now that this pesky rain has stopped here.
Yeah, very glad the rain was not something we have to watch and go through as we thought we were going to. I mean, the skies have cleared up quite a bit here. It's not really too cloudy at the current moment.
The temperature is beautiful.
I know I am not prepared. I don't have nothing in the car.
She has got nothing in the car, she says. Ooh, beautiful pass down the middle of the field. And that is the first completed pass for more than 10 yards.
So like I said, I was anxious to see if Coach Ring changed up his play calling, and indeed he did right out of the gate with a 10-yard pass completion.
So nice yardage on the pass and catch.
First down.
And Ryan Barton starts off the second half with a first down for the Wampus Cats. Here's shotgun once again looking to throw over the intended wide receiver's hands. That was intended for Javen Keaton.
Intended for number 5.
It'll bring up second down.
I think we're fixing to test the secondary of Ringling. It's looking like.
It's definitely the way they're coming out looking. You know, when we started the first half of play, it was McCall. They had a couple of other runs in there as well, but we didn't really see a lot of that going into the second quarter And now Atoka coming out, throwing the ball with Ryan Barton. Shotgun once again. And pitch out to McCall, nowhere to go. Loss on the play, and that's going to bring up third down for the offense.
How about number 65, Guy Cox for the Blue Devils.
So third down.
Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 12, Atoka.
It's actually 3rd and 13, I believe. 11:02 remaining here in the third. Shotgun. 3 wide receivers set right. Ball down the middle of the field. 1 wide receiver set left and 1 running back in the backfield. Good block there by Wade. And Barton nowhere to go. The ball comes out and into the defensive hands of Leland Johnson, the senior, picking up the fumble off of Barton. And Ringling will start up with the ball in Atoka territory.
Yeah, Ryan Barton trying to hang tight in that pocket and look downfield for his wide receivers, but was being rushed.
1st and 10, Blue Devils.
It appeared that he tried to pull it down and run with it, but he just wasn't too sure.
Not the direction you wanted this second half to go if you're a Wampus Cat. And now Ringling has the ball at the 29-yard line. Shotgun formation here for Rhett. Roberts hands the ball off, up the middle. Good yardage, and the running back picks up about 5 on the play.
Good running there by number 23, Eli Eubanks for Ringling.
7-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd and 3.
They're going to say it's 7 yards on the gain, so 2nd down and 3 here for Roberts. Same formation, same play, up the middle, spins around 1, and is finally brought down at the 15-yard line. That's enough for a Blue Devil first down, and now in the red zone for the first time here in the second half.
Yeah, Brock Smith there for the Wampus Cats on the stop.
Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, Ringling.
Blue Devils running the ball hard here in the second half. Now a change at the running back position. It looks like it is going to be another quarterback run, and cuts out to the outside. I believe we've got flags out on the field, and we do, so that should be coming back, a holding play. If you've noticed, though, they like to bring in River Edwards, the linebacker. He's about 180, and they have brought him in when Roberts runs the football. You've got to pick that up.
Interesting pickup there, and I wasn't keying in on that factor.
They've ran a lot with Eli Banks in the backfield. Now, they've done some quarterback run with Banks back there, but typically when they're going to run that play to the right side that slashed and gashed us in the first half, they have brought in River Edwards, the senior, to come in there and clean up some of those blocks for that offensive line.
Yeah, Ringling still favoring that right side of the Wampus Cat defense.
Ball spotted at the 25-yard line after the penalty.
It's its first game of the season for the Wampus Cats. They've got some things to clean up. It's first game for the broadcast crew. We got some things to clean up.
Oh, absolutely.
Shotgun here. Ball placed at the 25, right side of the field. 1 wide receiver set left. Pitch play out to the 30-yard line, down to about the 27-yard line. And a nice pickup that time. River Edwards. But it's not enough to move the chain. It's going to be 2nd down and long still here. Oh, no, they called it a loss. I thought he picked up 2. See, that's what I mean. Clean it up.
That's right. Go back and do our homework.
2nd down and 22. Defense coming out, making plays here on this defensive stand. And now another quarterback run and maybe a yard on the gain. Bring up 3rd down and long now for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, look at Emmanuel Love getting in there in the backfield and causing some disruption.
Luke Ring talked so much about the growth of Emmanuel Love coming into this game. Says he is one of those defensive guys that you're going to hear a lot from this season.
Yeah, he's hungry. You can tell.
Roberts looking back at the sidelines for the play. Shotgun. Ball placed towards the middle of the field. Again, 8:25 remaining here in the third, and we've got a stoppage and a flag. It's going to go against the Blue Devils.
False start, Ringling.
Kalen, let me ask you a question.
I'm ready for
By
it.
the
Hit
way,
me.
you know what? We've got to get to our trivia question, actually. What is a boll weevil? Do you know?
I have no idea. I've never even heard of a boll weevil. I've heard of boll winkle.
Arkansas Monticello. Their main colors are is almost a lime green. I don't even know what green it necessarily is. But it is a very destructive beetle of all things.
Okay. All right.
Their mascot is a beetle.
I can dig it, I think.
Destructive beetle. They impact cotton crops and more.
For 6, Red Roberts pass, incomplete. Intended to number 32.
That'll
River
bring up
Edwards.
4th down here for the Blue Devils.
The Wampus Cat defense doing a fantastic job putting a stop to this turnover that began this drive for Ringling's offense.
Under 8 minutes to go here in the third, too. Score is the same as it was when we came into the second half. Obviously, this is Ringling's first drive of the second half after the fumble recovery off the Wampus Cat turnover. And we've got a timeout. So we'll take one as well and be right back here on KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
Amir State Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At Amir State Bank, you're more than a customer. You're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. Amir State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Atoka Athletics.
Caitlin, if you had one shot, one opportunity, would you let it slip? 28-0. Here's our score. Yeah, I'm quoting Eminem. Shotgun formation for the Blue Devils with the ball spotted at the 27, rolling left side, and Rhett pass and catch is good at the 20. Painted numbers down to about the 15. It's not enough for the first down, but it was positive yardage. Really one of the first throws we've seen out of Rhett Roberts tonight. He's done most of his damage on the ground. That time picking up positive yardage, and the catch went to Nash Lester.
Yeah, Nash Lester out there juking and jiving, making him miss a little bit.
Kalen.
Yes, sir.
Ball spotted at the 7.
I'm listening.
Where does the Wampus Cat originate from?
I truly don't know the origin. The only thing that I was ever told or learned about the Wampus Cat is that it's a mythical creature. As to the origination,
But
I don't
is
know.
It mythical? It comes from Cherokee folklore, actually. And Wampus Cat, it's always been said to have, 6 legs or 2 heads. Technically, they've always said that. They believed it had 6 legs because it would attack with 4 on the ground and 2 up in the air. It is, here's the play. And pass out left side. Nice throw. Pick up on the gain is positive, and it's going to bring up second down. It comes from Cherokee folklore. Lord, I can't even talk now. And It originates out of Tennessee, believe it or not, and you wouldn't believe this, but around where Atoka, Tennessee is. Not from Atoka, Tennessee, but it does originate from the Tennessee area.
Interesting fun fact.
Here's the handoff. McCall to the sidelines, and that's going to bring up third down. The Wampus Cat is said to be half woman, half lion.
Well, I knew that it was supposed to, it's like a scary, mean creature,
A vengeful creature.
Far better vocabulary than where I was going.
I'll tell you more on that coming up. Maybe you'll have a chance to hear it as well. But it is a very interesting story how the Wampus Cat came to be. And so many people ask the question, what is a Wampus Cat? Well, there's your answer. And now we've got to sweep out to the left side. And is it enough for a first down? Not sure, because we got flags on the play.
They got dirty laundry scattered everywhere out there. Waiting on the official's call.
Braden Johnson says, watching my little brother from Wyoming, number 50 for the Blue Devils. He's a bad man.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
having a good game today. Leland Johnson.
So that penalty is going to be a personal foul face mask on the Ringling Devils, which is going to move the sticks and give the Atoka Wampus Cats a first down at the 45-yard line.
Kirk Keaton says, watching my son, Javen Keaton from Findlay, Ohio. Some Ohio folks in the chat right now.
I'm glad to have him watching with us this evening.
Washington State on the game right now.
Very cool.
We appreciate all of our viewers and listeners here on the Ion Sports Network. Technically, it's not the Ion Sports Network anymore.
You'll have to fill us in on that.
It is KHKC TV.
Second and 10, Atoka.
Things have all switched to YouTube now. Shotgun, second down and 10, and flags once again on the play. This is my ninth year in broadcasting.
I saw your post on that the other day. That's pretty darn impressive, because I didn't know that it was
impressive that I've held a job for 9 years.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
No, I just didn't realize that it had been 9 years already. We're getting old.
I was impressed that I've done it this poorly for 9 years. I still have a job, so that's pretty nice.
We're going to go back and listen to ourselves and make corrections. We've got some things to clean up.
As the years have gone by, I've always gone back and listened to the games after the games to find where I went wrong, what I did wrong, and I never seem to correct it. Here's shotgun and a pass out left side. I tell you what, here in the second half, they have really let Ryan Barton loose, and even though he's not picking up tremendous yardage, you're sitting at a 3rd and 15, he's feeling a little bit more comfortable in the pocket right now.
Right, and he's making his completions.
3-yard gain on the play.
So Ryan doing a heck of a job standing in there as starting quarterback.
I would stay up and watch these games after I got home, and I found myself still trying to do the same thing but falling asleep instantly as I hit the couch. So no more watching, sleeping more than anything. 3rd down and 12, 5:13 remaining here in the third. Shotgun. Looking to throw once again, and this is caught. Positive yardage, cutting upfield, and down to about the 45-yard line. And that's going to be close to a first down. Not enough, but a nice passing catch. That time, Connor Ritchie on the reception.
Yeah, fantastic catch by Connor Ritchie.
By the way, big turnout for the Wampus Cats here on the road.
You bet. All the way over here in Ringling. For those that don't know, Ringling is a solid 2 hours from Atoka, so it's a pretty good drive. So to see the turnout that we have in the visitor stand section is tremendous.
2 hours and 15 because we took a wrong turn.
Thanks, Google.
Thank you, Google. Shotgun once again. And here's the handoff. McCall stuck behind the line of scrimmage, but did he get the first down?
Number 6, Red Roberts for Ringling.
They're going to say it's 4th down and 2. Did he get the first down? I don't think he did. He did not get the first down. So it is Ringling football.
Blue Devils take over, 1st and 10.
Good defensive stop that time.
Well, hey, that was a good offensive drive on the Wampus Cats' part. I thought they did great.
A lot of positives.
Pulling out the passing game
looked a lot better than what we saw in the first half.
That looked good. That looked great.
They're spotted at the 46-yard line.
And anytime you see this, especially in game 1, I mean, this is a team that went 2-8 last season. Now we got flags. That'll go against Ringling. New offense, new defense, new head coach.
Yeah, so many
freshman
changes.
Quarterback. I mean, there's a lot of different changes here for Atoka. And it's game 1. You got to expect these types of things, but you're seeing progress as the game goes on.
They appear to be more. Atoka appears to be more comfortable here in the second half. And that's what I was talking about with some of these young players. They have to work through that and become comfortable.
Shotgun once again here for the Blue Devils. Handoff, right side. No, it's up the middle by Rhett. And I should have seen that one coming because they pulled number 32, River Edwards, to the outside, who was also in the backfield once again. But this time, Roberts up the middle for a big gain. And now we got a player down on the field for the Blue Devils. So they're going to take a second and attend to the injured player. We'll be back here on KHKC 102.1 FM. Our score with 3:56 remaining in the third, 28-0.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
Downtown Atoka just got a little bit cooler. Welcome to the barber shop. We're talking crisp fades, sharp cuts, and hot towel shaves that just hit different. Need a break? Grab a seat and enjoy a complimentary beverage while you relax. For men, for women, for anyone who wants to look fresh, this is your spot. The barber shop, downtown Atoka. Now that's cuts served neat.
Speaking of the Devil, we have the Blue Devil right behind us here at the booth. And stiff arm here as we come back from the break. Brett out the sidelines. Looks like he picked up the first down a little more. As Roberts having a lot of success running the football here tonight.
Roberts, 6'3". That is a tall kid. 6'3".
Yeah, that's okay. 6'3's all right. Be taller. He could be 5'7", but whatever.
I mean, it's whatever.
It's whatever. 3:33 remaining. Handoff up the middle. Big hole, big gash, second level. First down and more. Huge pickup that time for number 32, River Edwards.
Man, Brody Kinyard, 27, with the shoestring tackle.
27, Brody Kinyard for Atoka. Now for a Blue Devil, first down.
I want to take a second to step aside and recognize our video stream sponsor, Studeville Ford. And we got another timeout. We'll take one as well. Get caught up on a break. It is KHKC 102.1 FM, the brand.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner. Experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big, and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank. here for possibilities.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
Or you like them built tough.
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka. And StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
Welcome back in to Blue Devil Stadium at Rick Gandy Field. 3:18 remaining and a score of 28-0. The Blue Devils on top of the Wampus Cats as your Wampus Cats on the road for game one. It's week one of the season. A lot of teams kicking off in week 0.
First and 10, Blue Devils.
Caddo, one of those teams, kicking off for the second time in 2 weeks. Big win on Thursday night, 55-0. They moved to 2-0 out of the Texoma area. Shotgun here for Ringling, and they're going to run this one left side of the field, close to about the 23-yard line. Got to get to the 19 for the first down. So positive yardage. They're going to call this actually second down and 5.
5-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 5.
Ringling in Wampus Cat territory. 7 yards, or I'm sorry, they're going to have that at 23, so 3 yards from the red zone. Shotgun once again here for Roberts. Roberts will pitch this one out. Kicks it outside, past the first down. Big gain. Did the ball come out? No. And that time Eubanks picks up the first down for the Blue Devils.
Eli Eubanks having a good showing here tonight. First game of the season running the ball for the Blue Devils.
Blue Devils have just dominated. Looks like we're losing our stream a little bit.
Have a gain of about 2. Which will bring up 3rd and long now.
Our apologies if the stream was cutting out. It looks like our internet went down for just a few minutes. It does show we're back online.
We'll get on the play, 3rd and 15, Blue Devils.
So here's a good opportunity for the Wampus Cats to get a good defensive stop. As there's a handoff to Eli Eubanks, and he is barreling forward, picking up, which looks close to be a first down. Still awaiting the official spot.
Official timeout on the field.
So now we've got a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here at 28-0 and 1:20 remaining in the third quarter. You've got to have some positives because Ringling was able to put up 14 in both of the first 2 quarters, and right now with 1:20 remaining, Atoka has held Ringling to 0 points. But again, in Atoka territory at this current moment, you got to make a stop here on a 4th down and 1.
Yeah, to regain control and to get back into this football game, your defense has to have the ability to make these stops.
You also have to score as you're down by 28, and you're going to have to get some quick ones heading into the 4th, and that's enough for a first down and more, down to the 5, and that is a touchdown. Huge run there by Rhett Roberts, and the score 34-0 for the Ringling Blue Devils.
Rhett Roberts barreling down the middle, hurdling the defender.
Got past one block, and then the speed when he hit the second level allowed that touchdown. No Wampus Cat inside. It looked like everybody was looking to crash, and Roberts skirts his way in for the touchdown. It's his second, actually his third. And they're going to run this one for the two-point conversion. And another two-point conversion is good for the Blue Devils. 36-0 is the score. Ringling on top at home against your Atoka Wampus Cats as we've got 58 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We'll be right back. It is KHKC 102.1 FM, The Brand.
There I am, late for dinner, hair's frizzing, when my car decides it's auditioning for Fast and the Not So Furious. But then I dial 364-4813 for Hatter Boys Wrecker Service. Rescue squad arrives, big smiles, and prices that don't require a credit card meltdown. They handle lockouts, flat tires, pullouts, you name it. Basically roadside superheroes minus the capes. So if your car's acting dramatic, call 364-4813, Hatter Boys Record Service. They can't fix my hair, but they make towing my vehicle way less dramatic.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the third generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Ringling set to kick here against the Wamps Cats. Squib kick down at the 38-yard line. And Atoka with good field position. What can they do with it is the question as they trail 36-0 with 56 seconds still remaining in the third. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski here on today's broadcast on KHKC 102.1 FM and on YouTube. Wampus Cats Atoka. Kalen, what have you seen so far here in the third quarter?
In the third quarter, the Wampus Cats look a lot more relaxed, regardless of the score. I think they feel a little bit more confident in what they've brought in here. But I think they ought to let Ryan Barton loose, sit back there in the pocket, and start picking away at Ringling's backfield.
McCall will call a timeout for the Wampus Cats. Seeing a lot of youth right now by, again, a very young team coming out in their first game. Got plenty of time. You're playing against a very good program in Ringling. You've got plenty of time to clean things up as the season goes along. And I think that is key going into next week with some confidence. Still plenty of game time left right now, but the way things are going offensively here for the Wampus Cats, you would assume that Ringling right now has got plenty of momentum going in with just 56 seconds remaining in the third. You know, taking a look at Atoka's schedule this season, you get Ringling next week, you get Colgate, a big matchup. We'll look at that score coming up here in just a bit. Shotgun out to McCall, who cuts up past the 40 to about the 41. Positive yardage, and that's going to bring up second down. Colgate's going to be a big one next week. Then you go to Lindsay. That one's going to be a tough one. At Wilburton could always be tough. Valiant at home this year. I think that's huge considering Valiant so good at home over the last few years. You get Henrietta as well at home this year. So some of those long games we had to go to last year, you don't have to see, but definitely got an opportunity before Colgate to clean some things up. Ball is out, maybe. Yeah, they say the ball is out. Ringling players are pointing their direction, but there's flags out on the field as well.
Tackled by number 6, Rhett Roberts for Ringling.
They're going to call holding on Atoka.
Holding Atoka.
But then they say Ringling had the football.
I believe Atoka's going to keep possession.
Yeah, they're giving it back to Atoka. I thought the ball came out, and I thought Ringling came down with it.
There was a squabble down there on the bottom of the pile. Squabble's a real word, by the way. Just wanted to point that out.
I believe you, Caleb.
Second and 17.
Just making
Atoka.
sure.
You're so smart. Well, McCall breaks off one tackle, drags two with him. And it looked like Corey Sparks was just hanging on for dear life as McCall gets past the original line of scrimmage. But it does bring up 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9 Atoka, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
As we come to an end, we see our final 12 minutes to play here in our opening game of the season. The Wampus Cats trailing right now 36-0. We step aside to hear a word from a few of our local sponsors here on KHKC 1021 FM. This is The Brand. Downtown Atoka just got a little bit cooler. Welcome to the barber shop. We're talking crisp fades, sharp cuts, and hot towel shaves that just hit different. Need a break? Grab a seat and enjoy a complimentary beverage while you relax. For men, for women, for anyone who wants to look fresh. This is your spot. The barber shop, downtown Atoka. Now that's cuts served neat.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Find the award-winning service you need with Logan Daniel in Atoka. 12 minutes remaining here in tonight's game as Atoka trails 36-0 on the road against a very talented Class A school in Ringling, and this would be 4 straight years that Ringling would come away with a win against the Wampus Cats, as this one is caught past the first down marker, and a nice pass and catch that time. The receiving into that was Case Horton.
Magnificent catch by the freshman Case Horton.
Talk about number 3, Dyson Dunn for the Blue Devils.
Those Hortons are very good ball players. And Atoka set up with a first down.
I'm seeing a lot of success in the passing game here in the second half. Me personally.
In the second half, you're seeing a lot more confidence there out of Ryan Barton, and that's what you want to see, especially when you start heading into that matchup against Colgate next week. And Barton has been a lot more comfortable. And let's not forget to mention the blocking by the Atoka Wampus Cat line here in the second half has been a lot better than we saw in the first. Barton set back to pass, looks down the middle and hits McCall on the back of the head. Didn't see the pass coming, and that'll be an incomplete pass for a second down and long.
I'm not certain that he was. I think he was trying to pass it over McCall to a different receiver.
By the way, stick around for our post-game coverage of tonight's game, as your post-game coverage is brought to you by Farmers Agent Lucinda Holland. And we've got shotgun here for the Wampus Cats. 2 wide receivers set to the right and to the left, as looking down the middle, and there maybe should have been some pass interference that time off of Kel Raper, as Richardson couldn't get his hands up to make that catch.
Yeah, Richardson struggling to make it through the backfield there.
Well, I don't think that was Richardson. I thought his hand was held trying to make that catch. Either way, it's 3rd down and 10. Tell you what, I've been very impressed with this Ringling team tonight. Their execution, their ability to get into the backfield, and McCall can't hold on to that. It's high once again.
Incomplete, intended for number 7, Wade McCall.
And I've thought Ryan Barton has played very well here in the second half. And a lot of that, again, comes with being comfortable. You're not used to seeing, it speeds up from 8th grade, obviously, into high school, and you're not just playing against kids that are your age, you're playing against a lot of older kids. As well, it makes a big difference.
The speed comparison.
Shotgun once again, looking to throw down the field. Wade McCall catches right at the goal line. Did he get in? They're going to call it short. Huge first down. The ball was at, the 39, so counted as 38 yards on the pass and catch.
Man, what a throw by Ryan Barton.
First and goal, Atoka.
So now Atoka in the red zone for the first time tonight. Beautiful comeback there by Wade McCall. The pass was underthrown, and McCall with the football trying to cross the goal line and is stopped short.
No gain on the play.
You would like to see a score here. 2nd down and 4 to go for the Wampus Cats. Shotgun, handoff, McCall up the middle, and for the first score of the season for the Wampus Cats, Wade McCall.
Yeah, Wade McCall looked like that had to have been at least a 35-yard catch. Then they bring it right back to him, giving him the ball and putting 6 on the board.
Went to him at 3 straight plays. Once in the air for that big gain. Stopped short on one run and is able to punch it in on a 4-yard run for Atoka's first touchdown of the season. Wade McCall, he's kind of your do-it-all defensively, offensively. An incredible talent, just like his brothers. And here's the kick, and it is short, hits the goalpost, and bounces out. So the extra point, no good. Atoka trolls by 30, but putting their first points on the board here tonight in their opening game of the season. They're going to call offside, so I think Atoka's going to get another shot at this.
Well, that call must have came in late.
Video presentation of tonight's game once again is brought to you by Steubenville Ford of Atoka. Grateful for their sponsorship this season. So Atoka will get it a little bit closer to the goal line, and they're going to go for the extra point once again. Wingo set to kick this one, and the kick is up, and the kick is no good. Left of the goalpost, and our score still 36-6. We'll take a break.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
Need your land cleared, leveled, or loaded up? Call CMAC Dirtwork Gravel Trucking and Land Management. They haul gravel, sand, filled dirt, fast and reliable, from dozer work to track hoeing and skid steer services. They've got the heavy equipment and know how to get the job done right. Call 239-2026 today. That's 239-2026. CMAC Dirtwork, digging in so you don't have to. CMAX is a proud sponsor of Atoka Wampus Cat Athletics.
That last touchdown by the Wampus Cats was set up by a 38-yard pass and catch from Barton into McCall, and then a 4-yard punch into the end zone for McCall as well. Missed field goal, our score 36-6 with 10:02 still remaining in the fourth quarter of this game. The first game of the season. It's week 1 of high school football in Oklahoma. Of course, last week, week 0. And we'll take a look at some of those scores around 2A in just a few minutes to get you caught up on some of those, especially that Kingston one, as Washington in Sulphur, the number 1 and number 2 team right now, squaring off. Close game, 21-19. Sulphur on top. And now after the kick, Ringling has good field position near the 35-yard line. Let's take a look at some of these scores real quick. Kingston right now, they were trailing big. They were trailing 20-6 at halftime. They have made a comeback, and not just a comeback, they lead right now, 21-20 against Fairview, the number 6 team in Class 2A. Valiant and Hugo right now. Valiant on top. They're the number 7th ranked team in 2A1. And that score, or 2A2, that score is 26-12. Run up the middle and positive yardage by the Blue Devils. It'll bring up second down. Lindsay and Purcell right now. Lindsay on top of Purcell, 20-0. The game we were talking about earlier, Marietta and Medill, we didn't talk score at halftime. Those two, Marietta right now is just dominating Medill, 42-7. That one shows in the third quarter at the current moment.
Yeah, we were talking about that game on the drive over.
And a handoff. Positive yardage here for the Blue Devils, and that's close to the first down. I don't know if he got it just yet.
Number 51, Lucas Johnson for Atoka.
Tishomingo is trailing against Allen 28-20. Henrietta is leading in their game 35-8 against Okima. Holdenville, the number 4 ranked team in 2A2, is up 30-0 against Wowoka.
Official timeout on the field.
Eufaula right now dominating in their matchup. Or I'm sorry, Vian dominating against Eufaula. 35-0. 8:44 still remaining in this game. 36-6 the score. Atoka trying to make a stop here and put more points on the board offensively as we have another quarterback run past the 50-yard line, out of bounds, past the painted numbers of the 40 at about the 36, and that time was the QB run by Roberts once again. We have continued to see that here tonight. He has dominated on the ground, has not had to throw the ball hardly at all in this game. I would venture to say he's thrown the ball, 3 times tonight?
At most, yeah, 2 that I can remember for sure. But the athleticism that this kid has is remarkable.
Another shotgun formation and a run up the middle. Maybe a late hit that time by Michael Miller.
Well, Miller's coming in there screaming.
Yeah. That was not a late hit.
One yard gain on the play. 2nd and 9, Ringling.
Bob Solon's on the call tonight for Pottsboro and Sanger. We'll have that score updated for you. Playing live on our sister station, Mix 96.1. Ada and Ardmore also playing tonight. And Colgate and the Antlers.
The 23, Eli Eubanks from the carry for Ringling. Tackled by number 55, Roper Rector for Atoka. 5-yard gain on the play. 3rd and 4.
Or we're moving back to that side of the field, Mike, where it's hard to see out of this box. Ringling on the move here on 3rd down and 4. With a bobbled snap that was caught In the backfield by number 23, Eli Eubanks.
Colgate's made that comeback, by the way. They're trailing still, but it's 18-12. It shows in the start of the fourth quarter.
Man, these updates that are rolling in, there's some serious change going on out there.
Davis on top with a final of 27-0 against Pauls Valley. We've got an Atoka player down on the field. So with that, we'll take a quick commercial break. 36-6 is our score in Ringling. We'll be back.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Find the award-winning service you need with Logan Daniel in Atoka.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Keaton Rector looked like the player down on the field for the Atoka Wampus Cats, favoring his left leg. So hopefully we'll get an update on that. And he is okay. 7:04 remaining in tonight's game. 36-6 is the current score for your Atoka Wampus Cats as the Blue Devils on top here at Rick Gandy Field in Ringling. Blue Devils with the football. They'll have it down the middle of the field with the ball placed at the 26. Shotgun, handoff, running back up the middle, powers his way past the 20 down to about the 15, and it was a nice pickup for a first down by Kobe Sparks.
Yeah, Ringling holding to their running game here late in the fourth quarter. Something that has worked well for them this evening.
1st and 10, Ringling.
He had a first down inside the red zone. If this Ringling team can run the football the way that they have tonight all season long, they are going to be a force. They have blocked well up front. They've really dominated in the trenches through the majority of this game, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, if they can keep all their players healthy, I truly believe this team's going places this year because they've been nothing but impressive. Nothing but short of impressive, I should say.
What do you mean by short?
Short as in.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, well, I wasn't. It's not a height remark.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Shotgun. Handoff. Bounces. And close to the end zone. Definitely around that 1 yard line, and I think they are going to spot it at the 1.
So Ringling has put in a different running back, number 32, River Edwards, getting some carries. He's a senior. Hard runner.
And here's the handoff. I can't see where the ball is, but they are saying touchdown by Ringling. So add 6 more points on the board. It's 42-6. And another score that time by Rhett Roberts.
It's a penalty marker down on the field.
Might call this one back.
I'm not. The officiating crew stating that it was an unsportsmanlike conduct call on Ringling.
You know, Kalen, I was pretty impressed with the setup here today, as this might have been the easiest, fastest setup we've had to do for a football game in at least the last couple of years.
Well, you know, when you've been doing this for 9 years, it should be pretty darn easy by this point. I'm just saying.
I guess.
Flag on the play.
I do count the points. And we've got more flags out on the field.
Offsides, Atoka.
And if you heard the PA, that one will go against the Wampus Cats.
Ringling again going to attempt their extra point by kicking the field goal, and it is no good.
That's the first field goal we've seen attempted by Ringling, it seems like, in this game. 42-6 is our score, and the Blue Devils on top of the Wampus Cats. 4:35 remaining in this game. We'll be right back here on KHKC TV.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
Or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
and that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
I can't believe how much business we're getting with the new sign we put up front. Game days are awesome. What's better than a lifelike sign of your favorite player? Wow, those decals on your ride are sweet. Where'd you get them? These are conversations you could be having when you choose Black Hawk Signs. Signs, banner service, screen printing, embroidery, decals, all at a price you can't dismiss. Professional or just because. Black Hawk Signs, a proud supporter of Atoka Athletics.
Welcome in to Atoka Wampus Cat football, and Atoka on the road here in Ringling. Next week is going to be a great game. You get Colgate at home, and of course, hey, we've got some cool stuff going on at Atoka Wampus Cat Stadium. We'll talk about that coming up in just a second, as we've got a kickoff. McCall, or no, I'm sorry, that's not McCall. That is Connor Ritchie, and he gets past the 50-yard line down to about the 47. Delane Frostbrand is coming into Atoka Wampus Cat Stadium and doing some really cool things. We'll have updates on that. Bounce-a-Palooza coming out there with the inflatables for the kids, where the kids will be able to enjoy bounce houses and things as the games are going on. But a lot of fun things. So if you don't have anything going on a Friday night and you want to come out and support your Atoka Wampus Cats, which is what matters the most, there are some cool things for those young kids to get involved with while you adults watch the game at home for the first home game of the season. So that should be really cool to see. We do have an injury out on the field right now, and he is walking off on his own. It was number 11, Nash Lester.
Yeah, glad to see him coming out under his own power.
Coach Ring in his first game as a head coach. And even though we see a score of 42-6, we've seen some adjustments.
And the adjustments have worked.
Shotgun here for the Wampus Cat offense. Handoff up the middle. Big run. And Bustis past a first down. Bust past a first down marker. Be quiet, Kalen. Stop laughing.
You know how hard it is not to laugh into the mic.
I know. Wampus Cats pick up a first down. 3:47 remaining, killing clock, but picking up yardage.
Yeah, so our viewers and listeners that are here with us tonight, come on out next Friday night to Wampus Cat Stadium and support these young athletes and what they're trying to accomplish this year.
Shotgun handoff. McCall bounces off one, bounces off two, bounces off three, and is down at the 20-yard line.
Wade McCall still being the workhorse of this offense here late in the fourth quarter.
That's enough for Atoka, first down.
Jeremy Bassin said, "Thank you, Atoka, for allowing us to watch along with you guys." Well, thank you for watching from Ringling. We appreciate all of our viewers here on KHKC TV, home and away. 2:46. Sweep out. McCall knocked in the backfield. You know, the cool thing about video streams in today's world anyway is it gives you access from anywhere. We've got viewers from Ohio tonight, Wyoming. We've got viewers from Houston, Texas, because who else is watching tonight? My mother.
I can make a guess.
Watching from all over Washington State as well, so we appreciate all of our viewers every single week here where you can watch Atoka Wampus Cat football every Friday night. And again, that's all made possible by Studeville Ford in Atoka, who is our streaming sponsor. We've got 2:27 remaining still in this game. We're backing it up a little bit as Atoka has a very long first down here with that 2:27 remaining.
Spot at the 30-yard line. First and 20.
You know, with the adjustments that I've seen here in the second half, I'm really excited to see the game time adjustments going into next week as we host Colgate at home.
McCall picking up positive yardage past the original line of scrimmage. You know, we talk about my mother too. This is Friday nights are her date nights. Her and my dad, they get together on Friday nights, watch the games, blow my phone up during the games, but they enjoy it. It's a good way for us to stay connected while she's in the Houston area, so big shout out to her. And, of course, we have some folks out of the Norman area watching some of these games as well, some friends. McCall on the pickup, positive yardage. Not enough for the first down as it's still going to bring up third down and long for the Wampus Cats.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 it appears. 3rd and 6.
Kalen, your son texted me earlier and said he was watching. Matter of fact, during the coach's show, he says, "Well, where's my dad at?" And I said, "He's sitting right next to me." And he says, "No, you're not." Or, "No, he's not." He was referring to the coach's show. You weren't there for that. Shotgun, looking left. Barton looking to throw, takes off running. Kicks outside, and right there, you just want to see him take a dive.
Yeah.
How about a host of Blue Devils? Led by number 23, Eli Eubanks.
Going to be lots of film to review, some changes to be made, but, you know, expected. It is expected. Just week one.
You know, Coach Ring, he said, too, he's not expecting to come out and blow the socks off of people in the first couple of games. You're still getting used to, you know, the system. You've got a bunch of young guys. And the thing with the young guys is that you don't want to try to do too much. Don't try to overplay your hand. Just run the offense. Try not to make mistakes if you can. And that mistake will lead to a loss on the play. We've got flags on the field, though. This might be an unsportsmanlike.
Ball game.
And that is the ball game. 42-6 was our final tonight. Stick around for the post-game coverage of Wampus Cat football here on KHKC 1021 as your post-game show is brought to you by Lucinda Holland, and she is a farmer's agent serving our community. She's always just a phone call away at 580-889-3347. Stick around. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll talk about tonight's game here on our post-game show on KHKC 1021 FM, The Brand.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
Or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
and that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma has some exciting news. Opening this fall, the new location at 457 South Mississippi Avenue in Atoka will open. This large, modern health center will be able to provide comprehensive health care complete with an in-house discount pharmacy, serving all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Same-day appointments available, accepting insured and non-insured patients alike. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit the current location at 1556 South Virginia Avenue. Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. The right team making a difference.
Need your land cleared, leveled, or loaded up? Call CMAC Dirtwork Gravel Trucking and Land Management. They haul gravel, sand, filled dirt, fast and reliable, from dozer work to track hoeing and skid steer services. They've got the heavy equipment and know how to get the job done right. Call 239-2026 today. That's 239-2026. CMAC Dirtwork, digging in so you don't have to. CMAX is a proud sponsor of Atoka Wampus Cat Athletics.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and Life Happens in 2021.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Welcome back into our post-game coverage, again brought to you by Lucinda Holland, as Atoka goes down and defeat their first game of the season 42-6. And Ringling, let me tell you, they look like a great ball club here at home tonight with a huge win, and a lot of that in part by their star quarterback, Rhett Rogers, who had an outstanding game on the ground.
Yeah, no, he had one remarkable game. Roberts was unstoppable, man. I mean, he can play any position on both sides of the field, and he did a great job.
Yes, he did. Now, in the first half, Ringling was able to score 14 points in the first. They scored 14 in the second. And Atoka was able to slow them down there in the third before Ringling gained stride again there in the fourth quarter. But it was a much sounder offense there in the fourth quarter, especially under the helm of the freshman quarterback for the Atoka Wampus Cats, who I thought played very well in the fourth quarter itself. Felt like he was getting a little bit more comfortable there in the pocket, talking about Ryan Barton. And, you got to credit a lot of offense here tonight by Wade McCall, who I felt had a good game. Just couldn't get the offense rolling enough to create points on the board, as Atoka just one scoring drive tonight. and a missed field goal, which led to our final of 42-6.
Yeah, not the outcome that we were looking for, but, we still have a lot of good positive things to look forward to. I really thought that the second half adjustments that were done by the offense was working tremendously. They kind of got away from the running game there for a little bit, and they opened up their passing book. They got the receivers involved, which our freshman quarterback, Ryan Barton, he was doing I thought he did a fantastic job standing tall in the pocket. His completions were very good. So a lot of positive things to look forward to.
I thought so, too. Our final tonight, 42-6. Our post-game coverage, again, brought to you by Lucinda Holland, Farmers Agent. And that is our final. Colgate next week is the big one. So that one we will be live for here on KHKC 102.1 FM. And listen, you can always catch us live here for Atoka Wampus Cat football on KHKC. We appreciate all of our listeners. As for Michael Gabbard, Kaylin Nagorski, we will say goodnight until next week. It's the big showdown, the Boggy Bottom Bowl in Atoka. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.